What's up with everybody, man? Let's go with y'all indeed. Welcome, welcome. If you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. What's good with everybody, man? Let's go with y'all indeed. Welcome, welcome. What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all indubitably, man? If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're new to the show, I'm literally just not getting on right now, too. For those of y'all that are pulling up, what's good with everybody, man? What's good? What's good? I'm about to jump straight into this one. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it before I start, going. Well, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome, welcome. Normally, I'll kind of slow down a little bit, but for this first one, I ended up finding this reference. If I'm not mistaken, I think that I've done something like this one before, but I like this. I like this picture a lot, so I'm gonna try to bring it to life again now that it's been so long. What's good with y'all though, man? What's good, indubitably. If you're new here, what's good? What's good? If you're not new here, still what's good? What's good? Welcome back. I'll bet y'all won't be able to guess what this one's gonna be. Just off of just to start alone. I'm willing to bet on it. What you drawing? I want you to guess and try to just tell me what you think you see. Tell me the direction you think I'm gonna go with this page. It's been a couple of different themes that I've been doing. I had a few. I had some older things I was kind of looking at. I had some of my original drawings that I posted over here. You said Shadow or Sonic? No. But it's funny, man, because I did a page with I did a couple of Mario pages a couple days ago. I still gotta edit them. But no. It's not Mario or Sonic. Those characters have been coming up a little bit more here. I won't even lie to you. That's like a select few that I've been seeing more than usual, I feel. Mario and Sonic. It's been a lot of those characters. I've been doing a lot of game characters in general, same with anime and stuff. But those are definitely a few that I'm probably going to do another Mario or another Sonic page eventually, because I feel like it's been long enough. I tend to not want to spam. You said Toy Chica or Stitch. No, it's not either of those. But even kind of what I was saying before, it's not really out of the norm for me to do characters like that. But no, that's not at all what this one's going to be. Think I'm not even gonna give no hints for Buddy. I'm gonna kind of just shape him out and just tell him what you see. Yo, what's up, Logan? I don't want to outright say the direction I'm gonna go with this page first. I'll much rather be kind of like a mouse. Nah, it's not even an animal or anything. It's genuinely think like some Dark Souls stuff, but not literally the genre. You know what I mean? Think Dark Souls, but not necessarily just the genre overall. I'm talking more generally speaking. I'm talking a lot more generally. Like I said, I was going through looking just at some references to Black Knight. You said A Knight. Is that what you see? Man, it's so funny because I'll tend to do themes like this. A night. I'll tend to do themes like this, and what's crazy, I played a lot of Skyrim growing up, but I never ended up beating Dark Souls. I own it. I own the original one. I believe that it was backwards compatible or something on the Xbox One, because I think that it came out on 360 originally. But Dark Souls is an older one. But I spend a lot of time playing Skyrim the way that I see it. Is that what you're saying? Yo, what's up, Simone? Suit of armor. Kinda, but not how do you get your pins to be so goopy? Well, not in a generic way, but I be using them. I tend not to use new ones on live. But it's pressure control. I try to word them down a little bit before I immediately jump on my live streams. And they kind of get like that the more you use them. Normally it's a pet peeve of mine to use brand new pens on live. I'll do it. It just they're a little bit more dry. I try to get them to where they're kind of moist, and you build off of that. And I kind of build off of that, like I was saying before. A night. It's not Venom either, Daquan. It's not Venom. I've done I was considering doing a Spider-Man thing, but I don't think I'm gonna do one on this one. Or just I don't even know if I'm gonna do one tonight in general. I definitely did consider doing something that was more Spider-Man related. I have a tendency where I'll try not to spam the same thing. I try to keep these to where it's a fresh little rotation of things going up. It's not it's too much of the same thing. It's to the point to where it's it doesn't get too stale in here, Ferb? Nah, it ain't Buddy from the Disney show. Phineas and Ferb. Ain't nothing like that at all. It ain't nothing like that at all. But think dragons. Dark Souls, all that. I don't even know if I'm gonna put a dragon on this one. I had a couple of just ideas, a couple of just sketch. I had like some sketches that I wanted to do. Does the cheap gray bix work like this? Bro, honestly, you can really just use, you can use whatever you have. Like, you don't gotta use this exact combination. I tend to just try to use like regular pens, whatever you may have access to. I just kind of started this way. I really wanted to draw. I think it's more about what you make with what you got. I don't really use super expensive pens or anything like that. I have like very basic office pens. Like more basic than you can believe, honestly. A jester? No, not in that sense. Not in that sense at all. You can use one solid color. I've had some nights where I've used just only blue, or I've used only red. I have some black pens that I've also done pages like that too. Yeah, and kind of how Pop Off said, man, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, definitely don't forget to like this up. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, absolutely. But I've definitely had one-off pages where I've gotten on here and I've done like one singular color all the way across. It's not that often that I do that, but when I do, it has like a different element on it. Kind of adds like a whole different feel to these pages. Do I have a plan or am I just kind of vibing? I'm looking at reference pictures for this one, so it's somewhat planned. It is somewhat planned. It isn't just completely. It's not like a 100% spontaneity kind of thing. And gotcha, medieval. You said it's a leg. No, it's more like an upper body right now. He's taking shape though. I'm gonna get him shaped. I'm gonna get my guy shaped. I just had to figure out how I wanted to do it. I'm trying to keep this centered. Dark Souls, almost, but not quite. Is it like one of those dudes on the horses? Kinda. Arm holding a pickaxe. Nah, this ain't no like Minecraft stuff. This ain't no Minecraft stuff at all. Nah, he don't even got a pickaxe. It's ain't nothing like that. He is holding something though. Definitely holding something. You gotta just tell me what you see. Tell me whatever you may see. A sword. You getting a little bit warmer, bro. You getting a little bit warmer indeed. I see a knight. That's fair enough. Is there a reason why you think this one is a knight in particular? Seahorse. A sword wrapped in a bandage. That's an interesting. It's interesting, I guess. Nah, he ain't like bandaged up or nothing like that. I just want to make something that felt a little bit. You said dragging human things. I mean, honestly, I had Skyrim in mind. I wasn't pulling directly from Skyrim with this one. I won't even lie to you. I found like some pictures just of some straight knights, and that's what I was kind of using as my reference, my guide. I'm gonna kind of take from my my Piccolo strategy. You know, Piccolo always got like a cape that's blowing in the wind, something caught in a spider web. Oh nah, not on this one. Nah, it has nothing to do with spiders. This one genuinely has nothing to do with spiders. I've had like single nights where I've leaned into spiders though. I gotta see where I take the rest of this page direction wise, honestly. Silver Knight, gotta be a knight because of the helmet. Something called and Silver Knight Gothic. I gotta see. But I was like leaning into that medieval vibe with this one. My idea for it is I want to kind of have his cape blowing in the wind. Kind of how I've done like my more recent Piccolo drawings. He got a cape. I don't think it's a helmet, not gonna lie. You don't think this one is a helmet? You think I'm gaslighting you? What do you think it is? That John's hard. Hey, thank you, bro. I'm gonna add like streaks of blue on this cape. That way it doesn't just seem overly flat. I try to keep it to where whenever I'm using the two colors, they kind of complement each other. That way it doesn't seem like it's just one singular way all the way across. How'd you learn? You have to just draw and draw a little bit more. Then once you do it, you do a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of detail his sword now. Make it to where it's a lot more layered looking. Mortal Kombat. Nah, man, it ain't even like no Mortal Kombat stuff. Even though that's came up here too, I won't even lie to you. Mortal Kombat. It ain't no Mortal Kombat shenanigans. It ain't like Reptile or nothing. Mortal Kombat would be tough. Mortal Kombat would be tough indeed. A character that tends to come up here is Goro. I haven't done Goro. I for sure done like Sub-Zero and Katana. And I want to say that I've even drawn Baraka and stuff too. I kind of like leaned away from those characters. I kind of leaned away from them. Dark Souls, it's kind of like something in that vibe, man. It's something like in that vibe right now. It's definitely something in that vibe. Johnny Cage. I haven't done Johnny Cage, but he's definitely another character that kind of comes to mind when you think Mortal Kombat. When I think of Mortal Kombat personally, I be thinking of Shang Tsung. It may be what's that dude's name? Shao Kahn. I be thinking of Shang Tsung, Baraka, and Shao Kahn. It's also some other characters too that I will main, or I would try to main at least before stuff got real. Baraka, and it was another dude. It was Smoke and Noob Saibot. Very, very annoying to deal with, but when you're using them, greatness. It's like he's cold until he's not on your team. He's very tough until you have to deal with him on the enemy side. That's where stuff gets dangerous. It's like it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games till you kind of demand taking the attacks going on. It's like, oh yeah, nah, Noob is tough for sure. Noob is beyond tough. I really think Scorpion and Sub-Zero are tough too. I think that just Noob got that like necromancy power where he be throwing the shadows at. I'm thinking of somebody else, but Noob got the shadows, and he's cold, but he's very annoying to deal with, especially if somebody really knows what they're doing. I remember back in the day on the old Mortal Kombat games, you mess around and get caught in it. Like a dude could get you in a corner, right? And you getting like hit with combos and you can't move. Like you're stuck in a corner. I think this might have been a little bit before stuff was really getting patched. So if somebody really knew what they was doing, you mess around and get caught in a corner and you're not even touching the floor. And your little health bar is just getting, like you're getting cooked. We know Raiden will humble them. Raiden ain't my favorite, but Raiden is interesting too. With his lightning powers and stuff. He's an interesting pick. I won't even lie on Raiden. I haven't played the new Mortal Kombat or the couple new ones. I feel like I watched my younger brother play the one that just came out before one, where they made Kung Lao not Kung Lao, they made Liu Kang the lightning god kinda. That's like the last one that I seen story wise. Like I really haven't been keeping up with it like that. But I feel like I seen my brother play through it or something, because he would use him. It was something like that. And who is that, my dude? This is I'm kind of just drawing like a little medieval knight, man. I like that depiction of him. It wasn't something that we normally get. But seeing Liu Kang and that one lady who could control, she could like control time or something. I don't remember what her name was, but she was like the bald lady. I ain't gonna lie. I think she was a newer character. I love it. Yo, Sir Obito? Nah, it ain't Obito. And do you be selling these? If you want like a commission or something, or you want a page, DM me. I haven't listed any of my new stuff up yet. I have like some older stuff listed still, but if you want something that's a little bit more new, more polished, most definitely DM me. Most definitely. I'm gonna have this shoe kind of more angled away. And then this one, actually, hang on. I'll make it to where he has he's kind of fully armored, you know. I want for his boot to seem like it's kind of bulkier or something. He's still like a knight. He's still definitely a knight. Try and make it to where it don't blend in too much with his cape. You could like tell that there's separation where his leg is. Like he's kind of like stepped away. He's just standing there admiring the scenery or something. I think I'm gonna have some other things in the background next to him. That way he ain't just in the middle of a field. I usually don't be doing big sceneries, but I would sometimes do. That's Arthur from Fire Force. I'm afraid I don't know who that is. I'm gonna kind of like give him a cloak. Yo, so I ain't gonna give him one of the little holsters. Yo, what's up, Suey? You gotta do Kratos if you haven't already. Kratos is cool. I gotta see. I ain't gonna make no promises with Buddy. Like I said, this one's more of like a free for all, but I had some ideas that were definitely gonna get done. This is gonna kind of be a free for all. I might kind of lean in that direction of. I might kind of lean in the direction of some of the medieval stuff. I found some pictures that I really liked, and I was leaning into that Dark Souls, Skyrim kind of vibe. I wasn't pulling from those games exactly. We were talking about Mortal Kombat. Somebody else. Somebody else. It's all kind of little characters. All the ninjas though, I think are pretty cold. If I had to choose between any of them, I'm definitely. If you had to wake up in the Mortal Kombat world, I'm leaning more towards Sub-Zero or Noob Saibot. If I had to be one of them personally, I don't really know when I would ever really need to manipulate the shadows, honestly. But yo, thank you for the hot cross. Thank you for the hot cross bun too, Heart. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Make blood on the sword. Maybe. And kind of what I was getting at before though. It's like there's such a rich catalog of characters even on Mortal Kombat. I sat there and my sister ended up giving me her PS2. And on the PS2, it was like a lot of the old Mortal Kombats. Like think like what was it? It was Armageddon. I think that was the main one. It was a couple of other ones too. But it was one Mortal Kombat where it was like a racing game or something. It had that, but it also had Mortal Kombat 2 on it. Like you could do some kind of input and it would literally let you play the old arcade machine Mortal Kombats. That was crazy. And I'm gonna tell you, we were talking about broken. That like all the people on there were broken. Like Sub-Zero had this move where you could like put ice on the floor and the dude, if somebody steps on it, they'll kind of be like, I guess disoriented. You'll be caught up in like a disoriented animation for like what felt like 10 years. So if you keep spamming that, like if you were to some type of way, what am I drawing right now? A medieval gold cup. I think that's deception. That could be wrong. I don't know what Mortal Kombat it was, man, but it was I mean, it was a solid game. Another one that I really liked was I sat there. So my brother and I, we sat there and we played through. It was Mortal Kombat, like, bro, what was it? It was Shaolin Monks. That's what it was. It was Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, where I believe you were playing through as Liu Kang and Kung Lao. See, I didn't know nothing about that game, but he was a lot more knowledgeable in it. And what we did, like on the PS2, for those of you that don't know, the way that it worked was you needed a memory card, right? And I don't know what happened to our memory card, but it was just we didn't have one, so we had to pretty much play through, and we couldn't turn the PS2 off. So it turned into us like playing through the whole game in like one stretch. We ended up basically falling asleep. Did I create this style? No, I can't really claim credit for creating scribble art. It ain't really mine alone, but I tried to reverse engineer it, and it's just how I made sense of it. But yo, like we had to leave the PS2 on. I ended up on a side note too, another game where it was like that. I played through as Spider-Man 3 on the PSP, but I didn't have a memory card. So basically, if you ended up turning your game off, you had to start all the way. Can we get a Drunken Jason scribble session? I don't even be drinking. And how did you even do this? How did you do this? I just wanted to draw, Brody. I just wanted to draw, indubitably. And it was, yeah, I sat there and played through Spider-Man 3 as a kid on the PSP, and I didn't even have a memory card. So if you died, I think if you died, you were good as long as you didn't turn off your PSP. The PSP was solid though. The PSP was a solid little console for what it was. It was like you had a mini PS3 in your pocket, and it didn't feel kind of choppy or trash. Shout out to the PS2 nostalgia for sure. The PS2 was like I was more of an Xbox 360 kid, but over the lockdown I got the chance to kind of go back and just really cherish the PS2. The PS2. There's a lot of older game consoles that are really cold. It's a lot of old consoles. I mean, the new stuff is alright, but I mean, if you really want like the true gaming experience, no BS, no microtransactions, no just garbage that comes with a lot of like just modern gaming today, right? If you just really want just gaming in its purest form. If you want gaming in its purest form, it's not a bad idea to check out some of the older consoles. But see, I don't watch so much Hoarders. I'm kind of like paranoid now. I'll be mad paranoid with even the prospect of getting a used console, bro. Because for one, you don't even know where it's coming from. Like, you about to cop this Xbox or this PlayStation, and it could have been, like, in somebody's house that was on Hoarders or something. You plug it up, and now you got generations and generations. Like, I would die, bro, if I sat there and plugged that into the wall and just, like, yo. It was Xbox, the red circle of death. I had a newer generation Xbox 360. It was one of the slims. It wasn't even the white one. It was like the black one. This one came around a little bit later. But the white one, I believe, that one was the one that had the tendency to get... I mean, they both could get the red ring, don't get me wrong. I knew people that had the red ring, but I played, but there was like levels to it, for real. So it's like if you were kind of a casual, I was kind of like a little kid still at the time. I would still go hard on it. Like, I played a lot of Minecraft and GTA. It was both GTA 5 and a little bit of GTA 4. GTA 4 was alright. Like it wasn't what 5 became, but for the time, GTA 4 was pretty impressive, especially if you was kind of just hanging out, kicking it with your people. That was a cool little gaming experience. It definitely wasn't 5. I have a love-hate relationship with 5 to this day, especially with the oppressors and stuff. Like 5 ain't really that bad if you trying to just kind of. Let me rephrase that. 5 isn't bad, but I'm gonna tell you what made it bad was it became too much of a grind. Like I love the game for what it is in its base. It's definitely showing its age. It's over a decade old, right? But I mean, if you was really there in the beginning, it's not a bad game at all. It's kind of like a man, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit biased. You said 4 physics were fire. Yo, thank you for the rose too. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Rye. And GTA 4 was slow, made you decide to do my art this way. I figured I have a left hand I could never. I just was trying to make sense of the shapes that I was trying to look at, you know. That was part of the appeal. I just doubled down on it. Once I realized that I could, I just leaned into it a little bit more. Been drawing most of my life. That's a nice technique. Thank you. And to go back to what I was saying, I think I have like a love-hate relationship with those games though. Like I'll get on, I might look at the loading screen, drive around for a second, and I'm immediately hopping off. I think that I just kind of like, I've done everything that I wanted to do. And it's been a minute since I done really just been on. Yo, what's up, BK? It's been a minute since I done really just kind of hopped on and really been in it for real. If you're like a new player, I don't even know if I would discourage you from playing. You gotta just know what comes with it. I do seriously hope. We always come back to GTA 6 and it's like an unironic thing we come back to a lot on these streams. I do hope that they change some things up. I really do. It's a lot that's kind of on the line. I think that we're in need for just like a game that's gonna really, like, it's been a while since we've had a game that really just brought everybody together at once. Dude, that's neat. Thank you too, Shayla. And what hand do I write with? I'm more of a righty overall, but I can write with both. I really didn't start drawing this way until like 2024ish. It hasn't been like that long. It's just something that I just kind of like doubled down on once I realized that I halfway understood it. And man, to be able to scribble, draw, create, conversate, and chill. But I like the raw aspect of these, like in that scribbly nature. They're not perfect. They're my own. I'll be looking at references, don't get me wrong, but it's like even with the pictures themselves, I just like to bring stuff to life, you know. That's like the most interesting part to me. I always be speaking on the time lapse. It's been a minute since I don't really chopped up some of my time lapse. It's been a couple of days. But being able to go back and see it kind of from y'all's perspective a little bit. I'm gonna go to Bash one to say, I'll never forget you, and you gotta do a face reveal. Bro, I'll be here. Okay, it'll be before you know it, bro. It'll be sooner than later. I done promised it with GTA 6 jokingly, but GTA 6 is apparently coming out, so I gotta lock in for real. I better stop playing. I gotta stay see how you do the wings. Okay. It might be a second. I'm gonna kind of go through and just add some textures to him. I'm gonna make him just seem more alive. I wanted for him to seem like he was kind of off in the background or something. Like bro's just vibing. He's just living life. He's living like Larry. It'll be. It was so funny, man, because low-key, I almost didn't even do a dragon on her. In the background space, I almost did like a skull or something. I just wanted to do something that made it feel alive. Like I've been wanting to do something that was Skyrim themed, but I was kind of on the fence with what exactly from Skyrim I even wanted to do. There's a lot that you can kind of branch into. There's a lot that you could branch into with this one. The Skull Moon. I don't know what the Skull Moon is, but that sounds like some Terraria stuff. And just kind of on the topic of just themes and good games, Terraria is another game. It's not for everybody, but if you can get into it, Terraria is pretty gold. It ain't for everybody. It has that like that Minecraft effect. Sun Wukong one day. Yo, take it easy, Suey. And bro, my high has the blue pen and the black pen make a red. No, it's a red and blue pen. And the black you're seeing, it's just how it's purple. It's like a purplish color. You seeing it right. But sometimes the way that I'll kind of like lay the colors over each other, it'll mix together and it'll make like a darker color in some spots. You're not seeing things. And Terraria and Splunky and the 360, she posts on your TikTok. Nah, usually I do. I've been prioritizing just actually getting things done and drawn up. Anything that I've done these past couple of days, even the stuff I didn't upload yet, I'm still gonna put it up. I haven't edited my time lapses how I usually would. Yo, thank you for the rose too, happiest. Or the roses. Thank you, thank you. But as I was saying before, man, you know, Terraria is another good one. If you into that like exploration, it just on the surface, it looks like something that it doesn't look. The look of it can be deceiving. Like you see a little 2D game, you're like, wait, this little game don't like nothing I'll be interested in. But it really, Terraria, I really don't think Terraria is like a little kid game, bro. It seems like it, but I don't know if it really. It's like the look of it is deceiving. You would look at it and be like, oh, this little cartoon. It's kind of like Minecraft. It got that like deceiving aspect of it. You look at Minecraft and be like, but this is for little, but like little kids are not like they might figure it out, but you don't really know how to play Minecraft until you really are just actually in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can play Minecraft for years. It's so many players that have played Minecraft for like over a decade and have never even killed the dragon. Legit. Like they've killed him in creative mode, but they ain't never really. April Fools. Do I do different colors on your own time? No. And how did I discover this? I just was messing with shapes and trying to experiment. And me doing this, it kind of helped me understand the shapes I was trying to understand. But usually in my own time, I will make stuff that might be a little bit more obscure, more abstract. I should be trying to draw, bro. That's kind of like what I've been doing instead of my usual editing routine that I've been doing just like some simple little stuff, messing with shapes. That's been like my go-to. That has been my go-to. I've been trying to just get into just the zone of actually getting stuff onto the paper. It's my B-Day today. Hey, happy B-Day to you, bro. And all right, bro, good night. The best, hey, I appreciate it, man. And where's her long wings at? They're coming in. Definitely coming in. I want to make something that seemed like true to the dragon itself. Something that seemed like it matched the aesthetic. Something that was in that lane of some Skyrim-y stuff. I want for it to seem kind of like whimsy or something kind of. I'm just kind of shaping it in. You don't want it to be too smooth. I just want for it to seem a little bit curved almost. Just bringing it to life. Just bring it to life. But as I was saying before, Terraria is definitely a sleeper banger. I don't even think Terraria is that low key. It's just, if you're in the know, you know. But that's also another game that I wish I could like replay again. If I could have the opportunity to kind of do like a little memory wipe. How you do this? It might be hard. He can slay that chicken's head. Bro, why you think he gonna slaughter, bro? This might be his bro. This is his dog, basically. This is the equivalent. This is his Rufus. He ain't gonna off, bro. This is his little Rufus. Your brother Tinker likes, please, if you loved it. Yeah, for sure. If you enjoy what you see, definitely like us up. If you're enjoying the show so far, definitely. This is his Rufus, bro. I bet the dragon got a name like Cupcake or something. Unblock me, gang. I just let me get some rest. Hey, take it easy, Simone. Draco and the housewife. What do you mean? Nah, that's his little Rufus, bro. That's young Rufus. He's really a chill guy. Bro, it'd be crazy because like it'll be little dogs. They'll have a name that's not intimidating at all. But then you have a dog that has an intimidating name and he's as friendly as can be. I think that's funny how that works out. Now for the last little hooked part of this one. I'll be chill, bro. And let me see. Nah, he ain't going off, buddy. He ain't going to off, buddy, at all. I'm just kind of adding like that last element of his wing, just making it more curved. But I'm kind of like messing with the way that the lines are on here. That way it doesn't just seem too flat. And really, I was thinking about just this wing right here. It's attached to him. I want for him to kind of be in the background. I don't want for it to overlap too much with the original knight that I drew. So with that in mind, I'm going to bring this wing down a little bit more. Bring this wing down. I'm gonna still go through and add some little spikes onto him. That way you can still tell what you're seeing. Draw his other leg. make it seem like his like knee is more pronounced or something. I just didn't want for it to overlap too much with his helmet. Is it Charizard? No. Charizard is an interesting guess, but no, this ain't really got nothing to do with Pokemon, honestly. This one has nothing to do with Pokemon overall. I've done a lot of Pokemon pages, but that's not really what this one's going to be. I've done a couple of Pokemon pages. I've been kind of cooling off of them, honestly. I'm gonna have a little bit of this last foot kind of visible, but I didn't want for it to be kind of like overlapping too much with the original Knight that I started with, so you can kind of see his toenails. I want for its arms to be a little bit closer. Its arms are a little bit closer. I'm gonna have this wing. I guess it's multiple things going on here, and maybe for the tail, I'll have it to where it's kind of coming down a little bit this way. I'm gonna still go through and add like some like spike designs to him. That way he doesn't seem too flat and just too smooth. Dark Souls, almost, or Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's almost some Dark Souls stuff, but not quite, not all the way. Not quite all the way. I'm just making his tail seem a little bit more rounded as I'm drawing him out, expanding this one this way. It's almost some Dark Souls stuff, but it's not quite in that direction. That ain't really what I was going for on here. For 30 minutes and bro got a whole dragon out. That's tough. Yo, thank you for the rose too. I don't know how to say a name, bro, but I see you. Thank you. I's and L's, but I appreciate the GGs, the hot cross buns, the cake slice, and the live too, man. I appreciate it indubitably. Now that this tail is coming down this way, I'm gonna have this other wing. For one, I'm gonna kind of like detail his back spikes. Everything gotta match. Certain marks seem just a little bit sharper than others. That's what I'm really going for. Just some little details. Just some small things to kind of bring it more to life. Trying to keep it to where everything has its own little space on this page. Where it's like it's close, but it isn't so close to where it's like there's no breathing room or nothing, you know? It's like it's just close enough, but not too much. I'm gonna also give him some spikes on his tail. I'm gonna make his tail a little bit longer on this side. And I'm loving your art, bro. Yo, I appreciate you. I appreciate you look raw. Dragons are real. Apart from the art, which gives you do both. You said Dark Souls 3 is the best. I don't know. I didn't really play Dark Souls 3. I played a little bit of 1. I didn't end up beating 1. I know that I like the only dragon dungeon game kind of like that I really got into was like Skyrim, honestly. Skyrim was the one that I went super deep into for the time being. That was like my main thing. My main game. Why is his tail so big? Because he's a pretty big dragon, bro. He's a pretty big dragon, even if it doesn't seem like it. Now for this other wing. Arrow to the knee, indubitably. Arrow to the knee. Arrow to the knee is crazy, bruh. I used to be an adventurer like you until everything hit the fan, until the mad knee sniper struck again. The angry knee sniper, bro. The mad knee sniper. That's where everything started going wrong. There gotta be like some type of like knee snipe pipeline in Skyrim though, because who's just deliberately going around sniping dudes in their kneecaps, bro? That's like a whole conspiracy. You gotta like, I feel like you have to be trying really hard to. I'm pretty sure it's figurative speech for them people. I don't think it's literally nobody running around sniping the Skyrim guards. But Skyrim is a weird place though, to be honest. So I wouldn't really put it past nothing. Bro, just typing with his left. You think so? Let me see. I'm gonna make this other wing sharp. this other wing. Sharp, sharp. I feel like I enjoy Skyrim a lot though. We were talking about games that I wish I could honestly go back and replay and just re-experience again. I would definitely put Skyrim on that list. It's certain things, it's certain games that are just, they have that priceless feel to them. They're timeless. Let me rephrase it. It might feel a little bit dated. I know that they remastered Oblivion. I never really got that deep into Oblivion either. I own Oblivion, but Oblivion, I came around a lot later. I gotta like check it out again eventually. That's one that a lot of people recommend to me, Oblivion. But I feel like with games like that, you gotta really set aside time for them. They're not really meant to be rushed. Like once you start them, it takes time. It's never supposed to be to where you're like, I feel like I'm rushing to do this. Oblivion is another interesting one. I believe it's about the same one. Would I play Crimson Desert? I don't even know what that is. Raid Shadow Legends. No, it ain't even nothing like that. I've been hearing about Raid Shadow Legends for years, bro. And I've never played it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody genuinely playing it. Like, as much as people be joking about it, I don't think I've ever just seen a person out in the wild like genuinely own Raid Shadow Legends. I know that people was promoting it for a minute, but I don't know anybody. Do y'all know people that be on Raid? Yo, what's up, Miss Dawson? And I've never just in my life just seen a person just own Raid genuinely. The more I think about it, man, that might be something else going on with that, bro. Is Raid Shadow, is that a real game? Some kind of YouTube recruitment. Something's going on. We're gonna have a Raid Shadow Legends iceberg video. That's what's really gonna drop. You say, yeah, is that what you be on? You be on Raid Shadow Legends, bro? Hey, well, shout out to you, bro. Definitely. You one of one. I don't know anybody. I've never in my life. I done ran into people that play some obscure games, bro. I've never just seen it. I've always seen the ads for it though. I have just never seen a person just in the wild. I've never seen it in my days. I've never seen it. I'm thinking you might be like an Android or something though. You might be an Android, indubitably. Here's this one. You might be an Android indeed. Thank you, bro. Nah. It's okay, bro. If you're an Android, I'm not fully judging you, bro. It happens to the best of us, man. It happens to the best of us indeed. For this one, I did these two. What I want to have now, I want to have something that really brings this one together. I see too much and I gotta look away or I'll scare myself. What do you mean? Let me see. Hey, bro, if you an Android, I'm not fully judging you, man. How do I show I'm a real person? You can't. That's the thing. Because listen, that's exactly what an AI would say. That's exactly what an AI would say. I see too many images within this one. He said, how do I prove I'm a real person? Yeah. See, that's the question of all questions. That is the question. I want to put something else here before I move on to this one. I want to put something else here. Bear with me. Yo, I want you to tell me whatever you may see. Tell me. Do I even have enough space for this one right here? I think maybe. You said fire? Yeah, I'm still a little bit skeptical. Bro said, how do I prove? That's not a good sign, bro. That's not a good sign at all. You're not helping with the Android allegations. You're not helping with the Android allegations, bro. But hey, that's more Raid Shadow Legends for you, bro. That is more Raid Shadow Legends for you. What about y'all? Like, have y'all ever genuinely been on Raid Shadow Legends? Is that something that I'm just kind of under a rock with, or have y'all ever seen anybody on Raid? How did you do this? You gotta just draw, bro. Man, the wings on the Monarch Butterfly is dope. That's another interesting one. Maybe. I'm glad you messed with it, bro. Monarch. I've put a Monarch on this one, but I've done Monarch Butterflies for real. Been a while. Sensei Unk. Yo, what's up, Nikki? Sensei Unk, indubitably. That's another little cool idea. I'm trying to find the shape in this one. Once I get the shape down, everything else, usually once the shape on here is good, everything else can fall into place. Usually, everything else. Fire brother, sorry for the younger audience, my language, but it's too. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. I'm just kind of zoning in a little bit, trying to get the teeth on this one. I don't want to overly shade it, but I want for it to be pretty clear, pretty accurate. I think that's pretty spot on, hopefully. Wow, is it scribbling? Yeah. It is. It is indeed. Try and make it to where like the teeth are low-key where they need to be. Even if it's not like exactly 100% accurate. I'm like, dang, man. I seen this turn into a skull out of nowhere. That's tough. Thank you. I made this one a little bit smaller than I usually would. But this is like some kind of like some night stuff. I think stuff in that lane. I was trying to really do it justice and just the shaping of this one coming together. I'm like, dang, man, I know that this one is here. It's just like getting it to where it aligns the way that it needs to. But just bear with me. All right, anyways, now that that's out the way, I was trying to get it to where everything just felt like it was really lined up, you know? I feel like with skulls are a little bit more challenging to do. Because for one, there's like a basic shape you want to try to keep. There's a frame. You know, there's like a... You want it to look somewhat accurate. Even if it's not like 1-to-1. Even if it's not 1-to-1. I'm still trying to like keep the roundness going, you know. I want for this to seem kind of rounded. It almost reminds me of my, like, whenever I do the individual Dragon Balls. I know that's like an odd comparison to this, but just think like the sphere shape of it, you know. It's like how does this connect? How does this connect to Dragon Ball? It's more like the shapes. Everything, a lot of these are shape based. If you can figure out the shapes, usually you can kind of get like a rough idea where everything else needs to fall into place. I mean, sometimes there might be like the obscure design you're trying to do, where it might not be so clear as to how you should do it, but you can usually kind of figure it out as you go. That's 5, bro. Yo, thank you too, Check. I still think that I kind of want to expand this like whole skull out a little bit, just a little bit, not to where it's too much, just a little something. I wouldn't mind doing another one where it's looking maybe from a different direction. But I've seen this video of this dude running around the Paris catacombs. And it was just very eerie to know that, like, in Paris, they literally got, like, walls and stuff like this. You see it. Like, it's like, out of every single fear you could have, seeing the catacombs. I've never been myself, but every time I do pages like this, that's immediately what comes to mind. Like, stuff that's in that lane, just the underground. I seen somehow it's, like, hundreds of miles of unmapped maze, basically, under Paris. And stuff, it kind of trips me out a little bit. I mean, could you imagine getting lost in a place like that? Or even, I mean, where I'm from, you know, I'm in Kentucky, right? So when, like, one thing that's known here is we have, like, one of the biggest cave systems in the United States. It's under us at all times. And with that, sinkholes can open. So I'm thinking to myself, like, if you have tunnels and if you have hundreds of miles of tunnels, pretty much, I mean, what's stopping a sinkhole from opening up under a place like Paris? You said nonsense? You have an amazing hand. Yo, thank you too, connecting. So I'm saying, like, it's just a crazy thought process. Tunnels in the skull. I don't know what you're talking about, G. Anyways, if you think like under Paris though, I'm thinking, I mean, if sinkholes can open up in Kentucky, I'm just saying I don't know why sinkholes can open up there. It might be something that I'm missing. It might be something I'm missing indeed. Yo, what's up, Dayland? What's good, indubitably, man? It's definitely like that's a whole Hall of Fame fear though. It's like, it's a little vibe. Hopefully that makes sense what I'm getting at. Hopefully. I did have something else that I wanted to do though, or a couple of other things. A couple of other things. Pointillism. I think that I want to do another one that's kind of looking more kind of that way where my pen is pointing. Let me see. Let me see. That way it doesn't seem so. I want to do this to where it's enough space. gonna be. I wanted to get one more. It's just the space that I'm working with. It's a little bit more restricted. You have conspiracies about the caves in Kentucky? Not that I can like immediately think of myself. I know that people be ziplining and stuff in them, but they kind of stretch for like in one of the main known ones is the Mammoth Cave, and it also is like just long stretches of just huge cave. Like we're known for caves and caverns here. It's a lot of caving. It's a lot of like huge caves. I believe it's one of the, if not the biggest caves. It's like one of the biggest cave systems in the whole United States. Just casually up under Kentucky at all times. Like if you ever think of sinkholes, it's like that's what I was trying to talk about whenever I was talking about like under Paris. Like I know that the catacombs, it's not anything like a whole mammoth cave, right? But you still have hundreds of miles of just unmarked, pretty much tunnels basically under Paris. That's like could you imagine you're just going about life and a sinkhole opens up and you basically got like this it's basically a graveyard, basically. AI? No, I'm not an AI. Red and blue? Yeah. It is red and blue indeed. But not that like I immediately know of. Yo, speaking of, if you want to hear conspiracies though, something that I kind of took an interest in was like the whole missing 411 stuff. I seen people make maps. If you've ever at all heard about like the missing 411, that's what the whole, like if you think of the missing, it's like it's a common thing for people to go missing in those like wild parks, those national parks. It's a big thing. Any of the main mountain ranges and stuff, people go missing a lot. And there's been whole series. One of my introductions to it was through like some Mr. Ballin videos, but something called the missing 411. People be documenting it, and I seen somebody make a map how pretty much a lot of the missing 411 stuff, it aligns with a lot of the cave systems throughout the United States. I mean, that's like my biggest conspiracy I can think of immediately. I don't really know. I can't prove it or dispel it. Missing 411 is crazy. It is. And it's an iceberg, and it's something to where, from what I understand, I'm only on the surface with it, but it kind of just keeps on expanding outwards and expanding outwards. This is another look at, and you on mushrooms. That missing 411 stuff, it kind of like blew my mind a little bit. Just the whole situation. And then you have the stories. It's not just missing people. It's situations with people in impossible situations. Like I remember hearing this one story about this kid. And I think it might have been in the Smoky Mountains or something, but he was able to pretty much travel through thick brush. It shouldn't have been nothing that a kid could navigate. Like it was impossible. It was like an impossible situation, but kids navigating and talking about certain things, taking them to places. Like the stories, they're weird. They don't really make sense, but people kind of just be like, I guess it is what it is. The stuff doesn't really make sense. I don't really know what to make of it and how you drawing this way. What about frazzle drip? That conspiracy is real. I don't even know what that is, man. But that like the stuff involving the cave systems, and I mean I've never been to the national parks, but I just like to draw the wildlife there anyway. But that stuff really was like that stuff really would blow my mind. Like just some of the stuff with the situation with the people in the parks. That would kind of like it's a good little, it's kind of like a good little. It'll have you thinking. It'll have you kind of, it's an iceberg, you know. Yeah, had to be some stuff going on. I went down a rabbit hole on Mr. Ballin. Yeah, Mr. Ballin is tough. He definitely is tough. But there might be something going on. It was another kid where he traveled like miles and miles, but whenever they launched a search party looking for the kid, it was situations where people would literally they would just vanish. Like their whole scent would cease. Like they wouldn't have, like their scent would be gone. These dogs that are trained to find people under the most extreme circumstance, there's no scent, there's nothing to grab onto. They literally, it's like whenever you on the game, people just despawn. Like it just, stuff might not make sense, but it literally is crazy. But yeah, them like the videos like that, it definitely it leaves you wondering like what could be going on for real. What could really be going on for real? All that stuff is crazy. I'm trying to think of some other stuff that immediately comes to my mind. I've seen people try to like, they'll try to note the conditions. They'll start having like mental issues, being exposed to the element, which I guess I could see that. But it would literally be impossible situations. People traveling just like distances that should not be humanly possible. Or it'd be like a kid or something. A kid with no survival know-how being able to cross an insane distance in just an insane amount of time. It should be ASMR. Do you have whatever you're drawing already picture in your head? 411 could also be a device with a sticker 411. I don't know what you mean by that, but that stuff, I think that stuff is really, there's more to it than what lays on the surface. I will say that I don't know if this aligns, but I don't even know like what's even allowed over here on this app. So I'm kind of trying to be careful a little bit, right? But it would be the cases with the farmers. Their cattle will be mutilated and they will be cut up with surgical precision. That's something else that I would see the stories about. I mean, how do you explain that? Abstract though, thank you too. Or like a 3-year-old surviving for days. Yeah, it'll be like a kid surviving for days. And not only would they survive for days, but they would be in impossible places. Like they would literally be in a place where they should not be. Like it shouldn't be accessible to a little kid. I mean, it would be impossible to reach if you were a fully functioning adult. But stuff just don't really make sense. But I guess, must have been the wind, I guess. You said that kid ain't real. Must have been the wind, bruh. Must have been. Those stories really leave you thinking though, bro. It's like, what the heck is going on? It's almost like some glitch in the Matrix stuff for real. Glitch in the system. I'm glad that the kids that get found, they get found. But it's just like, what the heck was like assisting this kid surviving out there, you know? You said that was not the wind. Nah, it must have been the wind, bruh. Nah, he's cheating. Yo, thank you for the rose too, Sloth. It must have been the wind that just carried him away, you know? But what trips me out though, what really trips me out personally is just the prospect of like those people, the ones that be vanishing, that was somebody at a point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine just literally just like somebody you very close to, like a loved one, just literally just vanishing, bro? People literally just vanish sometimes. And those missing cases, it's hard to, like a nursery rhyme only for a few to catch on. Who is his guts? No. This is no anime stuff. This is just genuinely some like, I know this is AI, I'm close to you and I'm still here. No, I'm not an AI. People literally, they just gone without a trace. No scent. They might find like their shoes tucked away on a path years later. I know it was one case with this one lady and they found her stuff up in a tree. I think it was years later. I don't remember what her name was, but they found her stuff in like a really, it was weird, bro. How you got 1.4? I don't know. I think people really just be kind of like chilling, bro. I think people kind of just be hanging out. I don't know though. To answer your question, I have no idea. I think people kind of just be hanging out, freestyling. Yeah, I think that it is a freestyle, but I'm looking at pictures for these, so it's not like completely just off of the dome. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ideas, a lot of different. It's a lot going on here. Everybody waiting for the end result. Dude, you're streaming already all the time. It's motivating, man. Keep it up, yo. Thank you too, Tobu. I'm trying to be more consistent and more structured with it, man. I'm here though. I'm here. Man, yo, like, see, we done kind of went down. I might honestly, on the topic of the missing 411, I might do like a couple of pages with the wildlife from the national parks, because that kind of like for years that kind of just sat on my mind, like, yo, those missing those national park stories, they don't make sense sometimes. They don't make any sense. Like there's no logic aside from the caves. But even you would think with a cave, yeah, stuff like that, it's insane. People literally just vanish sometimes. And this is where AI is chill. Nah, not AI, bro. Them AI allegations, it ain't nothing like that. For some reason, my phone unplugged. Could be aliens, Native American voodoo, government, who knows? Bro, who does know? Who knows? Who knows, bro? And that's the thing, I don't know if we will ever know. I don't know if we will ever know. Somebody, I'm gonna tell you though, somebody knows something. It's just like, I mean, somebody, like when you really break everything down, people don't just, I don't think people just necessarily just despawn. Somebody knows something. I just don't know if we are ever gonna know. Like we. Still gets me. I won't camp in national parks after watching Mr. Ballin, and it's recorded by the police. You know, in a funny way, bro. Like, or I guess not a not so funny way. Not like that. I went up to the Smoky Mountains before, man, and I loved it. Like, yo, it makes you, seeing those stories, it makes you respect what's out there though, because there's clearly factors at play that we don't understand. Those mountain ranges are ancient, bro. So I mean, who knows what's out there? And I think that there's certain mountains with unexplored land. I know that in Appalachia got a lot of, not that the Appalachian mountains are the same as the Smoky Mountains, but a lot of those mountain ranges, they have like, it's a lot of stuff that be going on with them. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot more than what's on the surface. And then kind of going back to the person, there's a lot of like, they're rich in history, they're rich in stuff that went down, people that spent generations living in those places. Somebody knows something, right? A lot of lore out there for sure. And what's fast to double? I don't know. It's a lot of, but I say all that to say, I think that it just makes you just respect the nature more. I don't know if I would stop going, because I mean, it's stuff like that. You gotta just make sure you go with somebody, I guess. I mean, you gotta keep people close by. That way it's a little bit harder. I guess whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, but it's that way you don't end up as, unfortunately, like a story or something. But I want to say Appalachia got a lot of like rich folklore too. I can't immediately think of Appalachia stories. But one thing that got really popular over the years was the idea of like the skinwalker folklore stuff. That stuff is like, apparently, like, it's like very, very it's like native folklore, I believe. You said tip? It's a lot of things going on. It's a lot. I do think it's interesting though, even if we don't really fully understand all this at play. Even if think that I wanna have some more just flower designs over here. I think that I might do another one of these little flowers. I don't really. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, they're called white lilies. Appalachia got a bunch of wild things going on, like crazy sightings and stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, in Appalachia, they are also known for the feral humans. Like I believe that it's like they genuinely will tell you, like, hey man, there are feral people out there, like actual feral humans. Like think like it's just people that just never, like real deal feral humans. They be saying they be out there though. So if you go, oh yeah, like mountain men or something, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised, like, you know, all across the world, people have always spoke on Bigfoot. I wouldn't be surprised if Bigfoot was just some type of like feral human or something. Who knows? Who knows? I've seen a shadow figure before. I'm not surprised. I think like when it comes to stuff like that, I think it's a little bit more that we don't know. I think that it's way more that we don't know than what we do know. I think that's okay. Just like the mountain ranges are so much older than we are. And with that just comes environmental factors that I don't know if we can ever understand. A lot more that we don't know, yeah. But I think that's what it adds to the richness of the mountains themselves, though. It just makes you just really be mindful of where you at. You got to respect it. Makes you want to respect the mountain a little bit more. Not saying that the people that vanish without reason, they didn't respect it. Because, I mean, stuff happens. I mean, from what I understand, being up on those mountains, the weather can change at a pin drop notice. It could be clear as day, then thunderstorm or snow, and then the paths get disoriented. Like, it's so many things that could just go wrong. So I'm not saying that to just completely not validate what happened to those people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, it make you wanna. Maybe they don't respect their own richness when they always have it. Quart, bro, from Turkmenistan. I appreciate it, Lyra. And so I'm saying, but I'm not gonna say the people that was up there, they wasn't like stuff, bro. Stuff really be happening. Like it be freak accidents. People get disoriented. People get lost. It's what comes with it. But even speaking of getting lost, the crazy thing about getting lost though is it'll be people that are so experienced too. They be people that in theory should not disappear. They'll disappear too. People that really go up there and get lost. People that have been on those mountains for years. Like it can happen to anyone. It's not just something it's not just oh, he wasn't paying attention. Oh, she wasn't paying attention. No, people really be going up there for real. Despawning. But I'm just kind of going through just detailing like a lot more. I'm just adding some flowers to this one, man. Make it seem more alive. I had some designs that I wanted to add on here. I had some designs. I'm kind of like improvising a little bit with some of these leaves. That way stuff just seems more connected and not so split up. Not so split and kind of separated. But yeah, the feral like stuff, hearing about feral humans and dudes seeing shape-shifting dogs, bro. I'm getting lost in the picture. Now I lock in, stuff happens. You forgot talent. Yo, thank you too, Nicholas. That stuff just be happening, bro. I guess. As unfortunate as it is. As unfortunate as it is. I'm like, dang, it's something else that I wanted to add on to that. It's something else that I felt like I was missing. Yo, so like, why does my phone keep on just kind of not charging? Hang on. I'm gonna come back to the chat. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. You heard about the cave full of hundreds of just random shoes? No. Do you by chance know where it was at least? You said you spoke on they're trying to silence me. Now my phone just is not charging. I don't think that I really said anything that's worthy of getting silenced for. This is like surface level. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really. Y'all telling me more than I know. I don't really know too much with these. But Where was it at? Well, I just got on her. The dragon is insane. Thank you. I don't really know if we done like stepped into just non-forgivable territory. We kind of touching on just some of the surface level stuff. It would be different. It would be different if we sat there and like was dropping like secrets, nothing. But I don't got no secrets to the universe, bro. Is that a hibiscus? The unforgivable. So I'm saying like no, and yeah, man, like I don't think we really drop it. No, like forbidden knowledge, nothing on. You know what I mean? I didn't know if I was able to say. I know that this platform is a little bit different, and I haven't fully grasped what's cool versus what's not cool. But I do. You love to see it. I'm glad that y'all caught on to the cave stuff and the catacomb and even the missing 411. Yo, what's up, RPT? And Spider-Man. You asked me something. I don't know. I don't know what you asked me, bro. This one isn't Spider-Man though. You might have asked me a question, but I was distracted because my phone just decided that it didn't want to charge no more. I think it was an Appalachia Mr. Ballin video. Got on it. You do oil painting on canvases? No, I don't. I usually tend to stay more in like the lane of like my paper drawings. I wouldn't mind doing like a theme around Appalachia or something. But I was trying to be more like something that's more just grounded in nature. This one's taking. I'm kind of taking my time on this one, so it might be a little bit later into the night, honestly. But one animal that I do enjoy drawing is I believe it's the North American buffalo or the bison. I think that's what they're called. That's like one of my go-tos. But even the buffalo, they have like a rich history. It's like what they symbolized. And you try and go against the Hells Angels? Not necessarily. I don't even know what that is. What do you do for a living? I work at a grocery store. And write a story of the Appalachia melons with this type of art style. Would do a broken heart. No, I don't want to do a broken heart on here. Can you do a bouquet of roses? I don't know if I'm gonna do a bouquet, but just hang on. I might do a few or one or two. I gotta see. I'm kind of going for stuff that matches this like aesthetic that I'm going for here already. And I'm trying to get like each of the petals right for what I'm trying to shape on this bottom of the page. I want for this one to have like a lot of like stems and leaves and that kind of stuff attached to it. It's just as this one is coming together. Let me see. Just adding on to a little bit more. It's pretty, thank you. I just wanted for this one to feel like it was kind of coming off of the page or something. And it just feels alive. Like it matches what I was going for. I know that I did the skulls, but the skulls don't got to be. The skulls don't have to be so. It don't got to be like the main defining theme here. You know what I mean? It don't got to be the main defining theme. As I was saying before, though. And your anti-Hells Angels, that's Bosley. I legit low-key don't even know what that is, Brody. It can't be, that's kind of like out of my realm, bro. It's out of my realm. But anyways, kind of what I was saying before, I wanted to make some flowers on here. We need that ball pen. What you want, like the name? It's two different ones that I use. It's two different ones that I use for these. You looking for like the name, or you mean literally this one I'm using in my hands right now? But say I'm gonna gatekeep these ones, bro, because these ones I've kind of like gotten them ready for my streams. But I can tell you the name of the brand. Looks like a cover for like a dark fantasy game. I could definitely see that being the direction. I'm definitely gatekeeping with the ones I got in my hands right now, though. Now that these ones are all ready and I done got them conditioned for like my pages, the right one. It's a red big pen. I ain't gonna gatekeep them from you, bro. They're like standard office pens on here. I'm not really using like nothing crazy. It's a regular red big pen. Like stuff you can probably get from like a regular, like it's a grocery store or even order them online. the red big pen. I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna add a little bit more red on this side. No. Yeah, all of a sudden we stopped talking about the people in the caves. Now my phone is charging. Man. All right. I'll take it as a sign. If you are enjoying what you're seeing, I do ask you to tap your screen. Don't forget to tap. Stop, bro. I told you. Yeah. Yeah, clearly stuff is no joke, bro. Clearly stuff is no joke. That's a fire that I guess I'm not going to play with. That's funny how that works, though. That's definitely funny how that works. I guess sometimes you know, I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. What's the largest one you've done? Well, I've had some where I've done like full pages on this 9 by 12 inch paper. I haven't really done anything any bigger than this though, but thank you for your awesome too, Lynn. Thank you. Guess in the wind. Yeah, it gotta be something in the wind for sure. This is all we just chatting and yapping. We not dropping no like unknown knowledge right now. A coincidence for sure. Coincidence indubitably. Coincidence for sure, man. Coincidence. Stuff stops making sense. It is what it is. Where are you from? I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. It is what it is. I think that I'm gonna have like another one, like another rose down here on this end. You know, I find that like with stuff like this, you want to find that delicate balance in between having enough, but you don't want to do too much. Like I try my best to find, you got to walk that fine line. You don't want to overdo it with the petals and even some of the designs. But you want to have enough to where it's easily recognizable, you know? You want to lean into just everything on here. I didn't want this page to feel like it was only centered around death though. So I've been trying to be more mindful of that. But what is it? Hot from Saudi Arabia. Yo, what's up, Max? Love it too. Thank you too, Zions. You said we got him. You said we got him. Yo, what does that mean? How do I do this? Well, you have to start drawing. That's step one. And I picked up on this through my own experimenting with shapes. I was trying to understand the shapes that I was looking at. That was like the main pull for me. That was like the main. Once like I was trying to like just understand the shapes that I was seeing. And in me doing that, everything else kind of came together. Everything else came together. I think that I want to have like some more leaves over here on this side. Like, I bet y'all like, how do you know where stuff goes? Well, I'm looking at pictures for these, and I'm also kind of improvising too. I want this one to feel like alive, but I don't want to overdo it either. Like, you don't want to cram just so much stuff into the small space to where it feels like it's too much. But there can be like a little bit of variation in it all too, you know? Like it can be low key. I'm still standing on what I started this one off with. But I'm kind of deviating a little bit with the flowers because I wanted this one to be grounded around the knight and the dragon. Everything else is just like a nice little addition, you know. I had some more ideas for what was gonna be added later on. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do another little flower too. Don't get me wrong. The dragon is tough. Yo, thank you too, XRP. Appreciate it indubitably, man. I'm glad you're messing with him. I'm glad you're messing with him indeed. Let me get like a solid picture. I've been trying to get better with just finding just nice quality pictures to add to these. But it's definitely a lot going on here. It's definitely a lot going on. But I wanted to make sure that I didn't stray too far from where I was going here. Didn't want to stray too far. Lock in, lock in. Everything looks insane. Never mind, he's not our main guy. Let me see. This one is gonna be a little bit more intricate because the flowers are positioned differently on here. And it's not a sunflower or anything like that. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but it stood out to me. Like I was really looking at a lot of different flower pictures, man. Sometimes I'll have an eye for the aesthetic I'm going for, even though I don't fully know what the heck it even is that I'm trying to do. But you just find you some nice pictures online and go from there. Sometimes like the vision, it might not even make sense at first. But the vision is definitely there for sure. Just lean into it. The vision is definitely there for sure. And what's the blue pen? And how are you ambidextrous? Yes and yes. And the blue pen is a Papermate Right Bro 1.0. It's like an office pen on my left side. Can you make a big flexed arm after? No. Now I'm gonna like darken this little spot in the center. Sad day. Nah, this doesn't match what I'm going for. And how do you do this? Holy moly. I like to mess around with shapes. Ever tried the different colors? I've tried green on occasion, but usually no. I stick more to red and blue. On most days. Like 99% of the time. I might switch to my black pens too, but I slow down with my only black pens. I like the way that the red and blue complement each other. And also whenever the colors mix here, it makes a similar color too. So it's kind of like I kind of get like the best of all the worlds. If I want to get a color that's close to black, I can kind of mix and get that purplish color sometimes. Instead of me just only using like I might have a day or two where I might use just one flat color. It depends, man. It depends a lot. And I love your style. Thank you too, Alfie. It depends a lot on what I'm usually thinking. It depends. What made you want to start doing this? It helped me make sense of the shapes and the drawings themselves. But the main reason it centered my attention. It gave me something that I could like halfway fully focus into instead of being so like scattered. Once I like realized that I could, I just doubled down on it because like I said before, it gave me a easier way to just center my attention into something that was like halfway. I got progression over time, you know. It's like something that's kind of in front of me. Instead of being so like running off in a million different directions at once. But that was like my own way of trying to halfway just regain my attention. Or just take it back. Why is the blue stronger than the red? I tend to lean more into the blue with these. It really depends on my pen pressure though, honestly. I lead with my left even though I'm more of a right-handed person. If that makes any sense. That's why sometimes you might see something that I do and it's like strictly red even though I'm using both. Or I'll have days where it literally looks blue. But it comes down to pen pressure, usually. It's a lot of it is definitely pen pressure. I have to especially watch how hard I press down with a lot of these. And the more that I do, the better that I'm getting at just recognizing when to press down super hard versus kind of just taking it a little bit easier. Everything with these is shapes and pen pressure, man. That's like if there's anything you take away from here. I'm not saying like I have like the deepest understanding, but in the little understanding that I do have, everything is pen pressure. Everything is pressure and shapes. Everything is pressure and shapes. I gotta I'm trying to shape this out. When I draw, I tend to watch you draw is literally the plaque. I appreciate it, Chris. And when I draw, I tend to hyper focus on everything being exact and clean, but this focuses on shapes. I mean, I do be focusing on shapes, but I'm still I'm kind of still wide. I'm kind of doing everything at once. I'm not really hyper fixated on detail or nothing like that. I want to make stuff that just feels real. And what do you consider yourself, either a lefty or a righty? I'm more of a righty overall. I would consider myself to be, I lean, people get it confused though, because with a lot of these and whenever I be on here at nighttime, I lead with my left, but I'm more of a right-handed person overall. I lead a lot of these with my left, aside from maybe right now where I'm using my red more, but somebody asked me earlier, why is there so much more blue? But that's why, because the blue is what I usually kind of lean more into. I think that I lean more in the direction of my blue pen more. But honestly, man, it depends a lot on the day. It really does. But just looking back at some of my past time lapses, I definitely tend to lean more in the direction of the blue. Definitely. And what's the easiest and hardest part of the two-handed drawing? Just the hardest part sometimes is just trying to grasp and understand whatever I'm trying to do. Some days I won't fully understand, but then I have other days where I can kind of just it's very hit and miss, you know. You have good days and bad days. I think that's just with drawing in general. You have really, really solid days, and you have other days where it's man, what the heck is going on? It's just a journey within itself. It's what comes with it. If that makes any sense, man. If that makes any sense. So if you switch pen colors, your red will pop out more. I feel like blue overwhelms the red overall. Usually I don't switch them, but if I did, it would probably be a similar out. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really think that far into it. I have a way that I go about it. I'm very particular about it. I've had the few one-off situations where I've switched them, but I don't like to. I did that a little bit whenever I was first starting, just kind of understanding what I was trying to do. But now I figured out my own little, I guess, signature. I can switch them. Am I going to? Most likely no. It would be a really just random day. Yo, what's up, Sasuke? Can I see the whole thing? Not yet. Thank you for the wink too, Spado. What's good, indubitably, man? What's good? But yeah, I got you. Let me get done with this little flower, and I got you. Remember me? Of course. Indubitably. You've been there through my multiple eras of different drawing stages. Do a cherry blossom tree. I don't think I'm gonna do a cherry blossom on here. I got some other ideas. Here's everything so far. It's a little bit of space still. Did I decide which hand yet? Oh, here you come with the jigsaw question again. Nah. This isn't we not auctioning off hands, bro. Dude, trying to do some strange shenanigans. Do you have a favorite thing to draw? Sometimes I'll make my omnilinear art, and other days I'll make stuff that's more grounded in. I'll make things that are a little bit more grounded in just nature. It depends. First bathwater, now hands. Yeah, that's crazy. We sell First y'all had a bathwater selling scheme going on. Now trying to auction off hands. Hands and bathwater. That's pretty crazy. You selling your hands. Doing something strange for some change, bro. That's tough. I can't believe it, but I kind of can. Not me, though. That's y'all. You auctioning off your hands, man. Somebody, they doing something strange. I didn't know you sell bathwater. I didn't know either, bro. I didn't know. I didn't know either. It's kind of crazy. That's crazy how that works. You said the market? Yeah, Brad. He said, I didn't know you sell bathwater. That's something. That is definitely something. I have this other idea that I want to do. Yo, thank you for the rose too, Mr. Cap. I appreciate the heart me too. Your favorite thing to draw is mostly freestyle. It depends on the night. I have some nights where I lean more towards nature, or I might blend a lot of different ideas. Yeah, man. Y'all over here, yo, selling hands and selling bathwater, bro. That's tough. That's extremely. You said gotta be down bad. Hey, bro, the market is crazy. Down bad is crazy, bro. Don't do that. He said, why? Hey, you knocking the hustle, G. Sometimes you gotta just do what you gotta do, man. But in all seriousness, I'm not really in the business of selling off those services, I guess. Not really in the business, indubitably. Hey, anyways, man, the jigsaw question of all questions. The jigsaw. How about if you had to lose one finger, which one would it be, and which hand? Well, I'm just trying to figure out where are you going with this, man? You trying to arrange for something? You trying to arrange for some type of situation? Here, I'll do you one better. You tell me and give me a reason. I'll kind of like go off of what you say. That was great. Thank you. You tell me which hand and which finger, and I'll give you a halfway. I'll see. If you had to give one up, if you had to lose a toe, which would it be and what foot? I feel like I mean, you need your feet for balance, but I think that the toe would be a little bit. Your toe is significant, but I'm trying to see which hand you like better since you're ambidextrous. Why do I gotta choose though, bro? Because I think that each hand has its own like strength and weakness. You know, like I'm sure that you have. I don't know if you have a favorite leg or not. Pause. I'm at the chat down bad, bro. This is wild, bro. He's trying to they trying to auction off some bathwater, bro. They trying to sell hands and feet. They doing some strange things for some strange, bro. Not me though. I'm just the messenger. I'm just deciphering what's really going down here. I'm just the messenger. I like my right leg better than my left. That's fair enough. It's definitely fair enough. I haven't really. I feel like I haven't really thought about that like that. I use both hands too for different stuff. So I'm saying I choose Homer. I think that every single. Oh, actually, your thing, I still can't wrap my head around how you be doing it. I feel like the main thing is just you can't overthink it. That's like step one. What is this, bro? You gotta take a guess. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how we went from like games. We always go from like crazy topics. Then we'll get mad philosophical. Then we'll jump to like selling bathwater. Then we'll jump back like, yo, if like I think that the AI will probably be having a really hard time categorizing this live stream right now. You all, you know that? I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that's what I'm really growing to appreciate about these live streams. I can never really gauge where we're going. Yo, it was one dude. Is it Sonic? No, this ain't Sonic. Is it a butterfly? You gotta tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. I don't want to outright reveal it. Why you always live so late? Because my sleep schedule is cooked. Is it based on the pressure you put on the pins? Absolutely. It's that and just shaping. It's part of the reason. I haven't really committed to fixing my sleep schedule, honestly. I be having days where I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna change it up. Maybe get on when the sun is up. The vibe ain't the same when I get on there in the day, bro. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I've done it before, but I don't really know if I appreciate. It's like two different vibes. No shade towards the day people, but like the vibe is a little bit different than the night compared to the day. I don't know how to explain it. And video games. You know, I played a lot of games growing up and stuff, but I don't really be on the game like that anymore. I might watch somebody else. I might watch somebody else play the game now, or find like maybe like a live stream or something to watch. But I don't really be on like that myself anymore. I'm not as interested as I once was. I find myself like in this weird like in between. I feel like as long as I've been alive, I forever identified as a gamer. But there hasn't really been nothing to where it's like it's really pulling me in. You know, like I ain't really like it's been a minute since I just had a game where it's like I really need to play that. Like it's been a minute. No, I mean no shade towards the games, but I've been kind of going backwards a lot more than going forwards with it. It's a butterfree, almost. Any other hobbies or interests? Not anything like I've really put in as much time as like with my drawings. Not anything like this. It looks dope, the sketch, and the other ones you're doing the finishing touches. You're amazing. Yo, thank you too, Triple A's. And is it a night? It is. It is a night indeed. It is. It is. I wanted for this one to kind of be like a blend of a lot of different ideas. Your drawing is interesting, bro. Yo, thank you too, Coco. It's some other things, but I'm like, this is like one of the things I've kind of like just leaned more into as of recently. But I've been kind of like all over the place, man. But yeah, going back to the question why I don't really be on during the day, I get that a lot. I swear to you, and it might not be as evident to y'all, but there is definitely a difference between the people that be in my streams during the day and the people that be in my streams during the night or the early morning. It's a little bit more chill. Maybe it's like some type of like mental thing. Night crew vibes, facts. I mean, yeah, it get a little bit peculiar in here sometimes, but I think the peculiarness, if that's a word even, it adds like an unpredictable element to these streams. I don't want for these to ever get to the point to where they're like overly robotic and overly mechanical. That's part of the reason why I be so like all over the place with my little themes. Sometimes I might be doing anime or bugs or birds or knights and dragon. Like I'm just trying to vibe. I don't really want the vibe to be too straightforward, too restricted, too typical. Typical is the word I use, but typical is such a vague thing. I don't know if it makes sense. That's like one of my go-tos though. I don't want for these to ever feel too typical. Too soulless. And I've also gotten questions about just the past week. I've kind of like been prioritizing just actually making my drawings more than I have been editing and putting my time lapses out. So it's gonna be a flood of videos. When I finally edit through everything, it's gonna be a literal flood. So I definitely need y'all to tap in for sure. I don't know if it'll be today or tonight, but I kind of got like a nice little catalog, a nice little archive of stuff I've been sitting on. It's gonna be a lot of stuff coming up. The night freaks. I don't even know if night freak is the right word, but there's something about the nighttime. I was telling my grandmother about this. There is something about just being on her at night. I can kind of it's just easier for me to just kind of like flow. It's easier for me to just kind of tap into just that state of just doing. I mean, it's still the same amount of people that pull up. Maybe it's just mental. I don't know. I have like an easier time just kind of getting into that zone in the nighttime, even if it destroys my sleep schedule. Sometimes you're just doing it for the love of the game, you know. Sometimes it gotta be done. It gotta be done. It needs to be. I had some more pictures, by the way, you all. I'm looking for some good ones. I'm looking for some good ones that just kind of match the aesthetic that I'm going for. I don't want to feel like I'm ever doing too much of the same one twice. So now that one is, let me get over here in this corner. I'm gonna put this down a little bit more. Put this one out. By the time I finally do turn this into a time lapse, that's what I can't wait to see once it's done. I love this one already. Bear with me. I need to make it to where there's enough space. I think right here will be just right. Do I have a favorite theme? Even that, man, it varies. I have some nights where I'm just trying to do some Dragon Ball characters. Or I'll have nights where I really, for whatever reason, I really enjoy doing my national park themes. Like Yellowstone. I like to draw the wolves and the buffalo. That's something I really enjoy doing. I don't know why I like to draw the buffalo so much, but that's one of the things I lean more into. That and maybe my birds. I have like times where I go really hard into my bird drawings too. But it's a really random animal that I enjoy drawing in is definitely the buffalo. Amazing. Yo, thank you too, Nobi. But not like a water buffalo. I mean like genuinely the North American buffalo. Yo, thank you for the heart me too, Nobi. I appreciate it indubitably, man. Hello, yo, what's up, Bundy? This one, these wings need to be more. This is gonna be a different color one. I appreciate the 51 goats too, Nobi. Yo, what's up, Dree? It's good indubitably, man. But there's some that's like magical about just kind of like the essence of the late night, early morning. Man, y'all gonna be shook one day, man. I might hop on during the midday. So I'm gonna surprise all the day crew people. I'm gonna spawn in. Y'all not gonna believe it. I like the nature drawings famous is fire. I appreciate it too, man. I like I be kind of all over the place, but I like the nature stuff too. I like the nature. I be messing with the nature stuff, the anime stuff, and my omnilinear stuff too. Just stopping in the live show, and I love, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it indubitably. The vibe be all over the place, but the vibe is definitely the vibe for sure. As long as that's clear, you don't like. As long as you don't lose, but just the whole vibe that I'm going for in here. I feel like it's been a minute since I really just done one of these before. I need to make his wing more like curved and more. It needs to just feel more. I'm trying to make it to where it don't need to just seem so symmetrical, you know. The only thing about that is that I made him a little bit closer to the dragon wing than I probably should have. It's still, I mean, I can still kind of get around it. I stopped late night scrolling. That's how I know I'll be missing your lives, bro. But like, I'll be kind of doing the same thing. Like I'll kind of doom scroll too. This has kind of been like my own war on my like my attention, kind of being all over the place too. I understand. It's like, yo, it's like I've been in situations where like I'll blink and it'll be hours and hours go by. I look up and I'm like, dang, the sun's going down. And I look, I'm like, dang, it's about time for me to get on. This is very easy to go down the rabbit holes, man. It's very easy. It's very easy indeed. I'm gonna still try to make his wing more pronounced, more like curved. Whenever you see them, why do you use the two? It's unique. I feel it. I like the way that they complement each other. I really enjoy the way that they work together, and everything comes together. I really appreciate just the way that the whole way it comes together on its own. That's what I really like about it. They complement each other really well. Even though I'm using a simple color combination, I love the way that it looks. People ask me a lot like why I haven't really been in a rush to change. I really appreciate the red and the blue. Really. Have you tried yellow and blue? No. I've really only used. Let me rephrase that. Like I'll have some of these where the way that I'll shade it, it'll almost look yellow, but I usually stay within the frame of red and blue. Usually. Aside from maybe my one-off page that I might do where I use all black or something, but that's a little bit more rare. Or even all blue or even all red. That's way more rare for me. I'm not saying that I won't ever do it ever again, but I have a strong preference for the red and the blue. I might do something that's a little bit more out there maybe in the future. But thank you for the rose too, Wendy. I might do something that's a little bit more out in that way later. But I'm not really in a rush, man. I kind of go about these in a way that where it feels kind of right to me. But I get that question a lot, like, dang man, why don't you expand some green and purple that pops out? I don't doubt that it pops out. I'm very particular about these. I'm very particular. I'm not saying that the other combinations wouldn't work. But I found a way that I really enjoy. I'm not saying that I'm not like open to change. But I think that I have a little bit more that I want to bring out of this way before I just kind of switch up on it. You know what I mean? I think change is kind of inevitable. But I'm not really in a rush. May I have a zoom out view, please? No, not yet. I got you, though, as soon as I get done with this butterfly, bro. I'm going to show you all that I've done. It's not done. This page isn't done the way that I want it to be. Oh, it's interesting. Thank you, too, Caddy. Or Katie. Yo, what's up, No Neck? No. Thank you for the art, me too, No Neck. I haven't really been in a rush to just kind of switch up the way that I go about these. That might not seem like it makes any sense either. It's like, dang, man, I still have a little bit more that I want to learn. A little bit more that I want to experiment with. Let's definitely some more things that I'm definitely gonna push as far as my understanding goes with this way. It's good though, indubitably. Now, I gotta get my guy's wing right to where it feels like truly on the page. I appreciate it too, Billy. I need just something that just feels grounded. I'll move this over a bit too. This one's kind of coming towards the edge of the page, but my idea for it is its wing can kind of be flapped upwards a little bit, so it won't be perfectly evenly just spread out on each side. It'll make more sense once it's done. Yo, what's up? What's up, Jay Multi? Lucky might have 4 hands. 4 hands is crazy. Yo, the 4-hand conspiracy. That's not the first time this came up here though. Believe it or not, like the 4-hand conspiracy, man. That being an android, but now I ain't really moving like Buddy, but Goro. I ain't really like this. Ain't like a Goro situation. I ain't really moving like Buddy, but Goro. I ain't really like this. Ain't like a Goro situation. 4 hands. This definitely ain't like a Mortal Kombat Goro situation. Come on, yo, what's up, Julian? I just commented on your Insta, but you go live. What pens do I use? I use a red big pen on my right hand, and then on my left, I use a Papermate Right Bro. Let me get it to focus. 1.0 pen. It's like very, very like basic office pen stuff, like very accessible. I get this stuff from just regular grocery stores. Like you don't really even need to do the most. You can kind of just you can use the same pens, but you don't gotta like you can use whatever you have access to. I think that the technique is just a little bit more like it's kind of how you go about using it, you know. It's more about how you go about. I'm kind of hitting the edge of the page here. It's just barely enough space. Just barely. Just barely enough space. But yeah, I do really. I like this blended situation going on here. It's definitely a lot on this page, but I don't mind. Oh yeah, hold up, I got you, Nobi. Let me get done with this one first, and I got you. Have I ever taken psychedelics? No. I got you. I did promise you a minute ago, Nobi. Hang on. I'm not gonna zoom out, but what I will do is I'll show off everything that I've done so far. I got you, because I sat there and promised you like a minute ago. Yo, hey, I appreciate you waiting, bro. Yo, he got caught up in an unskippable cutscene. All right. I did these two here. I like these ones a lot. Hang on, actually. Before I forget. Can you show the whole thing? Yeah. Here's everybody so far. What's that sign? Here's what I'm working with on this one. I'm in between the butterflies and maybe the dragon. It's my favorites. Now that that's done, do a wizard. I don't think that I want to put a wizard on here. Normally it will work, but I'm not feeling it. Normally that should work and it would work. But what I want to put on here, I want to put something else. I think that I'm leaning more towards maybe in this upper corner. I think that I want to put some more flowers or something. Something that just really brings this one together. Bear with me though. Bear with me. Bear with me indeed. There it is. Definitely, definitely. Indubitably. Yo, thank you for the squirrel too, user. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You're muted again. No, I had just gotten really quiet for a second. Yeah, it is. It is. It's definitely a monarch. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Speaking of which, I forgot to give little bro his. Definitely can't forget his little antenna. Definitely can't forget that. Hang on. All right, as I was saying, I can get this piece to doom scrolling. You pause the stream. The stream is paused. No, you gotta be probably like lagging or something. Nah, but I'm like, I do think that like the scrolling and stuff is crazy. I be doing it too though. Wake up, scroll. It's girl. It's like a. It's what's so sinister about it is it creeps up on you. It's like, dang, I done been scrolling for a minute, bro. You watching videos about stuff, you know, it's like, dang, I'm like, wait a minute. How did I get here again? So you come back to your senses. It's like, wait a minute, man. I'll be doing the same thing though, Brody. I think it's everybody. I think it's just how the world is now. The doom scrolling. Or just scrolling in general. I know that's like ironic for me to say that. Like, we all on TikTok right now. But like, I think that there's something going on for sure. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're criticizing doom scrolling? The world is all monarch butterflies. I've been telling them about these monarchs, spam, but they don't be listening. It's crazy how you make it look easy. What is the technique called? It's how I try to make sense of scribble art. But it's a form of scribble art. Or it's scribble art in general. It's like somewhere in between scribble art and sketching. And just kind of messing around with shapes and just messing with my pen pressure. I'm kind of hitting like a weird place on the page too, by the way. It's more towards the edge. I'm gonna make it work. I'm going to make this one work. Make this one. This one it needs to be. Do you usually? My friend one time missed his flight because he was doom scrolling while getting food at the airport. Now I can believe it though, yo. Like, I've never been bad to where it's like that, but I've definitely been scrolling to where it's like you blink and time goes by. It's like you start getting like brain fog or something. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I know what you're saying. This was, as I was mentioning earlier, this was like my own personal way to kind of halfway just at least have something that I can just have in front of me to where I can somewhat account for the lost time, you know? At least, I mean, sure, I'm still kind of like taking part in the social media machine with scrolling and stuff. But I'm like, dang, well, at least I have my little notebooks in front of me to show for it. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of halfway take my attention back. I think that there's a war on attention right now. That's the new. It's like I mean, watching one thing, like having just one, like I'll be like fiending out, like I need to be doing something. People be telling me to watch shows and stuff. Now I'm like, yo, I need constant. And do you usually know what to do first? No, usually what I would do is I'll look at like reference pictures, and I'll kind of bring together like a lot of different ideas. And what did I do for April Fools? I didn't really do anything, honestly. I didn't really do anything. I just went to work. April Fools was what, like yesterday? I can definitely believe the doom scrolling situation. Then you start having to consult with ChatGPT because you can't remember what your name is. It's like, wait, Siri, what's my name again? Want attention? Your phone gonna stop charging. Facts. No, seriously. I shouldn't have said that, bro. I should not. You're right. I should not have said that. I guess it's already. Yo, man, I'll be having to like remember. Like, wait a minute. I'm actively on one of the like yo. I mean, my internet's gonna get hit with an EMP, bro. I'm locked up. They won't let me play it though. Man, my phone might self-destruct low key. They're like, initiating self-destruct mode. 5, 4, boom. we honestly we on thin ice, man. We talking about the missing 411 people, and we talking about attention spans, and ain't looking too good, Chad. Ain't looking too good. We speed running something. Dude dies from TikTok. Nah, I doubt it's that serious. I feel like they have a lot, like there's much bigger fish out there than for me. Just, we know what I'm saying. We just chill in the chat, and they're not worried about us right now. There's way bigger fish. If they were on the hunt for somebody, you said phase adapt commented on your video. I can believe it, bro. The world is small. You never know, and like that's the funny thing. You never know who's watching. I can definitely believe it. You never know. You never know. Oh, he commented about him. Is that like one of your you watch him growing up or something? Yo, phase adapt. He was like one of the OG phase people, right? I feel like I remember him playing like one of the Black Opses. It's been a minute though. It's been a minute. There's been a lot of phases. There's been a lot of phases of phase. It's been a lot of phases of phase indeed. Phase Clan. I was on the fence with either adding like a candle or adding a crow or something. I'll go ahead and just tell you all now that I'm here. I'm at this last little spot on the page. Crazy how they all left phase. Didn't they? It was something there. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but they was a part of it for what, like over a decade, bro. It's part of it for over a decade. I'm in between either a candlelight or a raven. I think a candlelight might make more sense here. What do y'all think? Who's even awake right now? I'll take that as a yes. Candle goes crazy. I think that a candle would work though. I've done anything and everything but a. I'm leaning more towards a candle too. I'm leaning more towards a candle. Leaning more. Hang on, man. I closed the wrong tab. Let me see. Rose petals by the butterfly might do some good. I definitely see your vision for sure. I gotta find like a good, maybe. That way it kind of helps with just the space. I definitely see your vision a little bit. Hang on, man. Before I do something crazy. Rose. You know, with these petals, but I don't want them to seem like they're too flat. Yo, is that Moro from Dragon Ball? You know, honestly, no. I've had a tendency to draw Dragon Ball people on these lives, though, funnily enough. But no, I haven't really kept up with the Moro arc, man. The last that I seen, I watched Super. The last thing I watched with Dragon Ball was Super in that Broly movie. But after that, man, I haven't really followed the manga like that. I'm kind of waiting on them to animate the stuff. I tend to watch it before I read it. I definitely tend to watch it. I know that they got all kind of new forms and people are stronger now. I love Dragon Ball, but there's always going to be a stronger dude. I've realized, I finally done picked up on what's going on. Like, there's always got to be like a new dude to get beat up. A new dude to deliver the beats. Bro's an anime only watcher. Yo, you don't gotta come for me, bro. I'm just out here. I might watch like a summary, somebody else who read it. I'm a simple guy, you know. I'm a simple man who enjoys the simple pleasures of life. And just because I don't want to sit down and read a novel, you don't gotta judge me for it, man. Reading novels, you gotta go deep. I'm a simple guy, man. Simple guy, indubitably. You be reading the mangas? Bro think Goku is canon because he didn't read the manga. You think, man, you one of those people, you think you're better than me because you be watching anime with subtitles over the anime dub. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes the anime dub be crazy. Like they don't even be, that's a whole can of worms. It do be funny. Like I think that sometimes it don't even got to be the best in quality, but just you could just appreciate the entertainment value of the anime dub. Sometimes French dub is better in all anime. That must be nice. I don't even know French, bro. It must be nice being multilingual. I don't even know. That's like a cheat code. It's definitely a cheat code. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. We've all been waiting for, indeed. Dragon Ball Bridge is better than the OG one. I've heard that a lot. Dubbed is terrible. But listen. Even if you think dub is terrible, there is still some kind of... Sometimes you don't watch movies because they're good. You watch them to appreciate the entertainment value. I will stand on that forever. I done seen some trash movies in my life. Can I name them? Of course not. I don't even remember what they're called. But instead of me getting upset about how trash they were, you can just be like, all right, this was an entertaining experience because this was genuinely some trash. I watch movies because they're good. And see, that's where there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that at all. I'm standing with you. Will I go out of my way to watch a trash movie? Absolutely not. But if I unfortunately just if I get lost in the sauce and get caught up in one, right? Sometimes you gotta just once you're so far into something, it's a little bit harder to kind of turn around, bro. You gotta commit. You gotta see it through. I done had some crazy movie theater experiences. I done seen some garbage for real. But I think that garbage is subjective, honestly. You said Jesus? I'm standing with you. Work logo. The demographic is wild. What you mean? Like just everything going on here on this page? I done seen some questionable. Worm Luigi. Oh yeah, Worm Luigi. Bro, buddy is gone. For that, how did I even find this? Bro, I sat there and read the Elder Scroll. I sat there and managed to get my hands on the Elder Scroll, and I sat there and deciphered it, bro. I know C4. I promised the time lapse was gonna be up. Dog, it's like a couple of days. It's a couple of days worth of videos I'm gonna put out, bro. That's gonna be out. I don't know if it's gonna be out immediately though. I won't even lie to you. I told you it was, but I now see that I have like over several shorts that I'm gonna be uploading over the span of the next day or two. So it'll be some time. It will be up. It won't be gone forever, I promise. I haven't really had the chance to edit it the way that I would want to. There's a Kanye show live right now on TikTok, so I gotta go. Hey, do your thing, boss. I understand. Worm Luigi time lapse isn't out. I know. I haven't edited yet. It's yay. Kanye's live. I understand, bro. BRB. Definitely do your thing, bro. We here. Indubitably, indeed. We here. Worm Luigi. Indubitably, man. Worm Luigi. Hey, G. It is what it is. But yeah, Worm Luigi, he ain't gonna be gone forever, I promise, bruh. He is not gonna be gone forever. We here. Would you draw a genie in the bottle vibe? I'm not against it. So why did you say Kanye earlier? I don't know. That's what bro said. I didn't know. I didn't know he was capping. I wasn't trying to lie. That's what bro said. I have no way of checking what he just... I was reading my chat. I was definitely reading what was just said to me. He said, I don't know if I'm going to do a genie on this one. I had a couple of ideas. Did you learn how to draw anywhere, or is this all self-taught? I've taken like one-off classes before, but I didn't really discover this there. This came to me a little bit later, and I picked up on this through my own just experimenting. I picked up on this from like my own. It's kind of like the more that you draw, the more that stuff comes together. The more that you do. Dude, how do you make this so fast and accurate? For one, experimenting, and honestly, I'm not really trying to make it one of one, 100% perfect, but I just want to make stuff that feels alive, Brody. Make stuff that just feels alive in the moment. Just double down on you, man. You know, it don't got to be perfect. Just you have to start though. The sooner you start, the easier it'll be, even if it's not what you want it to be at first. That's like the hardest hurdle to get over. But if you can figure that out, man. If you can figure that out, so you are an ambidextrous. No, technically, I think I'm a cross-handed person. I'm more of a righty. But yeah, I am an ambidextrous person. Yo, thank you for the rose too, Wapo. I am. I be saying that. And Basquiat, not quite. That's like a generational artist within his own right, Brody. But just to keep it simple, I like identify as that. So how long did it take for me to be left-handed? I didn't really have to like try that hard to be left-handed, bro. I'm a right-handed person, but I was always able to write with my left. I just do most things with my right hand. That's like where I be kind of like throwing people off. Like I'm more of a right-handed person overall, but I didn't have to. It didn't take me an insane amount of time. It just was something that I could do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm adding just some rose petals, kind of just coming down, like it's just flower petals blowing in the wind or something. But just before I get too distracted, I think that I'm gonna do maybe a couple more petals over here on this side. A couple more petals over here on this side. You're very good at this. I appreciate it too, Big. I'm gonna make this look a little bit more wispy. Yo, these live streams are so funny, bro. Cause last night somebody said, "Yo, I'm about to hop out of here." Somebody said Bonnie Blue was live. Then today I said I'm about to hop out of here because Kanye or Ye is live. Cause it's going on. What's this style called? It's a form of scribble art, man. It's a form of scribble art, indubitably. It's going on. Or is the full thing? I got you. Yo, I'm over here getting. So we're on all fronts. All right. Here's this. This was the main thing that I started with. It's not done, by the way. I have something else I want to do. One more thing. I guess that's really what we doing. All right. This also was another main part of this one too. This dragon. Definitely had to make space for my guy. All right. What as I was saying before, I got caught up in the rose petals. It's so funny because I didn't mean for these to look like butterflies, but they almost look like butterflies too, the way that they're like spread out. I don't know if y'all see it. That's two. Hey, I appreciate it, Biggie. The dragon is tough. I like the dragon, but what's so funny about the dragon almost didn't make it on here. I was a bit hesitant with the dragon at first, man. I was definitely hesitant with the dragon. I had one more small drawing I wanted to do on here before I jump pages. One more. Before I move on to something else that's a little bit more. Oh, he was having a performance? I got you. Let me see. Now, I'm going to do one more on this side. Let me close this. Let me close this tab. That way my stuff don't just like self-destruct on me, bro. All right. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, I'm going to do another flower on here. I'm going to do another flower. Yeah, I'm going to do another flower. I need for this one to be as legit gets. Indubitably. Indubitably, indeed. Vines on a brick somewhere. We'll pull it all together. I consider doing maybe like a structure or something, but I'm gonna lean against it for now. I'm not saying I won't ever do a structure, but just maybe eventually. I'm gonna pop out with structures one day and just surprise y'all just for the love of the game. That's one thing I haven't really jumped to, those structures. Real structures. I might have done like a little shack or something, or maybe some flowers. Or what is it? A tree. I was thinking tree, but I said flower. Same difference. Missed opportunity today. I mean, it wasn't a missed opportunity. I don't really trip about stuff like that because, I mean, I could always, the cool thing about doing these is I could always kind of like build on it. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't have to be, it's not the end of the world. I can make something else that's even sharper than this. It won't be, and it won't be the same. It'll be its own thing and its own right. I'm not tripping at all. Like there's like definitely an abundance of these pages. You messed up. You should have scribbled random and said April Fool's at the end and had people guess. No, I'm not. I wouldn't even do. I wouldn't even. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. And it's crazy how much freedom comes with this style. I mean, honestly, yeah, you can really do whatever you want. Once the more that you experiment, the more it gives you a lot more range. Yeah, it might not be perfect, but it's my own. We're at a point now where people can mass produce literally anything. So you want to make something that just feels human. Make something that's raw. Bro can do scribble corn. No, I'm not drawing scribble corn. Hey, actually, I did draw on corn one day. It was like somebody literally pulled up and asked me to draw like corn stock. I think that's what it's called. Like literal stalks of corn, bro. I literally have a time lapse of me drawing in. I think it's called like a corn stalk. Literal corn. Literal. I don't know. I don't think that's what y'all meant, but I think that somebody literally had me one night. They asked for it. Normally I would say no, but there was something in the air, bruh. It was a special occasion. It might be the first and last time I might ever do something like that ever. It was one of one. It was one of one. And how long did it take me to be able to even understand how to do this? I started this by like 2024. I've been drawing it off for my whole life, though. I'm 21 with my right hand. It hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long at all. Low key, I'm gonna save up and make you draw a single homeless dude named Greg, and you just have to post it. That's the one thing that I usually don't do. People. If I do people on here, it'll probably be like a special occasion or something. But I tend to stay more in the lane of characters, and I have like a lot of ground that I want to cover before I just make the plunge into just making stuff that's a little bit more what's kind of expected, you know. I feel like it's already people doing so many people portraits. It's like I don't really feel the need to make the jump. Not yet, at least. Like if I do that, it would have to be something that I'm like genuinely enthusiastic about. I don't ever want to get to the point to where I feel like I'm only doing something because I feel like I should. Like I should be making face portraits. I should be like it has to be genuine. And until I hit that point, I think that I'm tending to kind of stray more in this direction. I think that once it becomes like I feel obligated to draw people, that's not genuine anymore. So valid. It's cool. Yeah, it's a cool skill set. Have I mastered it? No, but it should kind of come the way that everything else has come to me, where it's like it's been a genuine gradual growth, where it's like I look up, and if it clicks, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It might take me some time. And no, it needs to be genuine. Like I would need to like genuinely want to do that before I commit to it. You said, what's up with bro's profile? Ain't nothing really wrong with it. Not that I see, at least. You just got like a regular profile picture, bro. I'm just adding some more like low pedals. I asked you almost 2 years ago how you found your style. Well, just honestly experimenting. I don't really know if I fully figured it out yet. I just experimenting, just trying different things out. You don't know until you try. You don't know until you try. It might not be perfect at first, but you build on what you already know. You build on what you know for sure. Let me see. Why does bro have so many non-chatting viewers? Like that they just sitting there and watch? I think that, I don't know. I think that people really just be chilling, bro. Like it seems like it's just us here, but I'm telling you, people kind of just be hanging out in the nighttime. Cause at first I was like, dang. But nah, people really just be chilling, man. You can't knock it. It's a little bit late. People just kind of minding their business. I can't knock the hustle, bro. Taking the art for sure. Okay. I think let me zip up my jacket. Hang on, bro. All right. Nah, I'm good now. I'm literally chilling. Yeah, that's how I figured. People just kind of hanging out, winding down for the night. Finally. All right. This is what I got so far on here. I don't know the name of these flowers, but I felt like they matched what I had going on here. These two. Definitely this dragon. I did a knight. This knight is kind of this is what sparked the whole thing. I did 2 skulls over here on this side. Some more flowers. This one is for sure a rose over here. It's therapeutic. I had to have this knight holding his sword. I did like another rose down here. I did a little candlelight. This one has like a little blossoming flame. There's a lot of rose petals just all up in the air. Low-key, when I'm old enough, you're designing my first tat. About to say, maybe. I haven't really like stepped into that lane of tats. But maybe by then I'll be a little bit. I might cook up some designs for the love of the game. I gotta see. I gotta see. Ronin. You talking about like in the sense of some samurai stuff or something? Whenever I think Ronin, I think of Mikey. I had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle page that I did, and it's kind of been bugging me because I think that it's something I want to come back to. I want to make another one. I thought the outcome was cool, but I know I could do it a little bit better. It's been one of those things. It's kind of like the one design that like I've had. It's just kind of like, I know that it could be a little bit sharper. But as I was saying before, I wanted to make another page that was, we were talking about the Appalachia folklore. I almost considered drawing in a bison, but bison don't live in Appalachia. We were talking about just animals just the mountain ranges and people vanishing without a trace. I want to do some of the wildlife. There. You should do a Ronin. I read that one already. Let me see. Appalachia. Let me see. The first animal that I'm gonna do some animals first. And then from there, then I might kind of start messing around with some more designs. Mothman. Let me see. I don't even, to be honest, the thing about Mothman is interesting because I'm like, what would Mothman even like look like? I know that he's one of the main. I've heard of Mothman. I've heard of the Goat Man. All these little hybrid people, these creatures. Mothman and you say red eyes. The Mothman. Bison are in Appalachia. I know that they for sure live in Yellowstone, but I gotta see. I don't think they live, because whenever I searched for it, they weren't one of the immediate animals that came up. I would need to definitely double check, but I just want to make something that just feels more grounded in nature. We were talking about like the mysterious animals and the mysterious missing 411. That's still like, that's a whole can of worms within itself. Like I love being up in the mountains, but bro, like when you're aware, it's like, yo, what's really up here? What's really out here with us right now? Just kind of makes you think. Just makes you think indeed. I'm gonna like make sure that I emphasize this little part on his little eye, his eyelid. Gotta make sure not a deer will be sick. I was definitely considering doing a deer somewhere. I just need to figure out where I'm doing. Most definitely. What I'm doing right now, they have like, they're kind of designed almost. Like they have like a nice little texture on their fur, the animal that I'm doing on this one. It's so funny because sometimes with these, I'll kind of like stray from my scribbles. It's still scribbly, but it's like cleaning itself up over time. I think that's funny how that works. I'm gonna like darken his nose a little bit. I'm gonna make this part really, really dark. He's not a cat, or not like a house cat at least. I gotta be clear that way. I know people might start asking once like I do his little face. Definitely not a cat. If you've seen Lil Buddy out in the wildlife, bro, a cheetah, nah. This is Appalachia. Think like Appalachia animals. I don't know if you would immediately know. I don't even know the animals that much off the top of my head, but if you look up the little animals, it will be something in that lane. Yo, thank you for the roses too, Red. Puma? No. Pumas, I believe, are mountain lions, but this one is This one is, it's a bobcat. I don't think the bobcats are the same. They're all big cats, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely a difference. I think that there's mountain lions in Appalachia. I probably could have made his face a little bit bigger, but it's all good. Leopard, is that me? Nah, this ain't you, Batman. And just join. Yeah, this one is a bobcat too, Ren. And Scribble Bros cranium in. Gotta make sure that you get the proper head shape. I've noticed that with some of these, sometimes what I'll do is I'll kind of make their heads a little bit off. Do I take commissions? Yes. If you want a commission, DM me. Definitely DM me. And as I was saying before, if you were here, dang, is my pen going out? Dang. No. Dang, bro. It was nice while it lasted. Hang on. Let me just make sure. Yeah, this one's cooked. This one is cooked. With both? Yeah. That's tough, bro. That was a good one. This one is, it's pretty decent too, but it's not what the one was, you know? That's the only thing about switching my pens out mid-live. It's like these ones, they're nice, but they're not quite like the one. They're not like quite the one that I started with. It'll do. Definitely be biased towards these. You have to break the pen in or what? No. I need to. I don't like using them just fresh off of like out the package, because what'll happen, man, is like they don't really like glide across the page the same way. I usually have some that are kind of somewhat used before I just start. Hang on, I got some in my hands, bro. Red fox would be cool. Do red foxes, do they live in Appalachia? If they live in Appalachia, I would consider it. But if not, yo, thank you for the roses too, Red Boy. I'm strictly doing stuff on this one, stuff that lives in Appalachia. I definitely should have drawn Buddy in a little bit bigger. Cause you gonna have his little face. Now you gonna have all the other wildlife too. He gonna look kind of small in comparison, like a little house cat or something. He's definitely not a house cat. They live there? Okay. I'll take your word. Are you drawing a cat? No. I mean, not like a house cat, but he's like a wild cat. That's what you mean. I don't know if I'll risk petting, bro, but if you've seen him out and about, you might think he's like a little house cat, but no, they're like bobcats. It's like he's the special DLC limited edition version of, bro. If you try to pet this out in the wild, you might get cooked. Like literal dinner, bro. Literal freaking dinner. And if I'm not mistaken, they be out in the trees just screaming. They'll literally just be hollering. I think it's the bobcats that'll do that. Where they'll sound like people in distress. They'll just literally be screaming. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. I don't know if that's true. They'll literally be out in the tree line, just hollering. Not like a husky, but like literally screaming at the top of their lungs. It is a live in the forest and they're everywhere. Okay. That's definitely good for you to verify that. 'Cause I'm like, I know that I heard somebody say that you have to be careful, especially just out in the forest, because they will literally just be out there screaming. Nothing going on. They just be doing it for the love of the game. Yo, what's up, Bongo? I appreciate it. Strictly screaming for the love of the game. Let me see. I'll make the underside of his little jaw a little bit lighter. That way it doesn't blend in too much. When did you learn how to draw this way? I've been drawing this way since like 2024, but it's something that I've like kind of built up over time. something that I've kind of built on. The more that you do, the more that you'll be able to experiment with. But for the people that are pulling up right now, this isn't just a regular, like, little house cat. Like, this ain't like Garfield or nothing like that. This is genuinely an apex cat that would probably destroy you. I think all cats are apex predators, low key, but there's like house cat, apex predator, and there's like bobcat. Buddy will literally eat you for dinner, even if he look like he's a good little guy. You'd probably be in danger seeing something like this out in the wilderness, especially in Appalachia. I would already be kind of on edge anyway. The signs ain't looking too good though if you run into one of these, man. The signs not looking too good. It's so funny. It's so interesting because like the more wildlife that I draw, the more it makes me just appreciate a lot of the wildlife that I do from afar. I do like a lot of wildlife, but I'm the kind of person like I like to admire from a safe distance. Last thing I want to do is end up on National Geographic, Brody. Like I seen this video of this dude. He was out in the jungle somewhere, and this silverback and his family just walked up and they just grabbed the cameraman. You know, the cameraman can never die, but I guess the little silverback was just trolling him or something because he grabbed him with no struggle, no effort, no nothing. This silverback just walked up and just grabbed this dude. And then he just, I mean, luckily for the guy, the silverback let go of him. I think he just was trying to just troll him. Just for the love of the game. It's a mountain car. I appreciate it too, Royal. And yeah, it's a bobcat. It ain't like a regular cat. The silverback just walked up and grabbed the cameraman. The cameraman can like, I think that the cameraman has like it's like a international understanding that the cameraman can never die. Like even if you're watching the most extreme video on Twitter, bro, like the cameraman is going to be smooth regardless of what's going down. Always. I feel like cameraman is the equivalent of having plot armor, like the main character in the anime or something. Like you're good if you pull out your camera and you're the cameraman. Like it could be the most dire, extreme situation ever. As long as, I appreciate it too, chill. As long as you're the cameraman, I feel like that's the one guarantee. Like you're smooth regardless of what's going down. Regardless. But yeah, I'm trying to make it to where he seems kind of smooth. They're kind of spotted, honestly. I wish that I wasn't really thinking about it because I wanted to leave some space for some other things. But I wish I would have made them a little bit bigger. It's okay now because, like I said, I'm gonna still fill the space up with some other wildlife. But the other wildlife will make their faces more full, more matching what I'm trying to really do here. Mothman lives in Appalachia, I believe. Yo, wait, let me double check. I know that I've heard of Goat Man. Yo, what the? Yo, I ain't never searched about Mothman in my life, and Google search is trying to like, yo, being like listened to. What is that? I ain't never typed anything about Mothman, and my Google thing was automatically filling it in. That's so federal. That's so federal, bro. They were watching. Yo, I didn't even get a chance. To search it up, bro. I have never searched about Mothman in my life. Like, what is that, man? What is that for real? They can't even. Can I at least have the illusion of privacy, please? Bro, come on, man. Grown man need paper to draw, by the way. What are you doing, Grape? You just manifesting. You just popping stuff into your mind and it just pops into reality, huh? Yo, thank you for your awesomes too, Nathan. I'm gonna draw Mothman. I should have told you. I guess Google already dropped the whole playbook, oh. Google dropped the whole playbook, man. I think that's so cool, but I do wonder, like, what's the end game of that, like, that idea? Everything always listening. Cameras always rolling. We're always watching. Draw LeBron James. I'm not really trying to draw LeBron on here. I'm doing like little things that live in Appalachia. I've never really done like folklore stuff before. It's interesting that Mothman is the first introduction to just folklore that I've ever done before. Move us over a little bit. I got to get some I need like a drum roll or something because he's gonna look a little bit strange. The Mothman. Could you imagine running the Mothman and he ain't even trying to eat you? He's just trying to eat your clothes, bro. Y'all know how moths, they'll literally just eat clothing. Do you have a favorite drawing that I've done? Maybe some of my omnilinear art. He said, oh, heck nah, I just looked up. He's scary, yeah. He's literally what he sounds like, a giant Mothman. You think that moths are bad? I feel like moths and butterflies are the same. There's like the day edition and the night edition. I think that moths are a little bit more like furry. But they just about the same. They both got hair that you can't really touch. Because if you touch their wings, it'll mess with their ability to fly. You really should never touch them. You should do more cryptids. Maybe eventually, because honestly, Nathan, this is like something that's still a little bit rare to me. The only thing about drawing cryptids is like my frame of reference is different. I'm used to having the ability to, I could at least look up the animals that I'm trying to draw. But with cryptids, it's like, how the heck do I look up a picture of Bigfoot, bro? The only thing that pops up for Bigfoot is like them weird 144p quality. I have a harder time working with that compared to. I mean, I guess Mothman isn't any different. I'm doing it right now. Yo, thank you for the rose too, SOG. Sasquatch, Bigfoot. Yeah, I looked up, bro. Yeah, he's cooked. Yeah, the Mothman. Honestly, we speaking up all this folklore about that. There's a good chance somebody's gonna see the Skinwalker. It ain't gonna be me. That one picture, Mothman just want to vibe. Facts. He's just a chill guy. You go out to the thrift store, get some kind of vintage sweater for bro, and he'll be your bro. Just give him a little sweater to be snacking on. You're gonna be good to go. I'm not saying you gotta bribe the Mothman. Okay, y'all could be on. I can have a mutual understanding. They probably done caught Mothman though. Like a moth to the flame. They got like a super light or something that I caught him with. If he's ever existed. He's in like a laboratory or so. Anyways, domesticate Brody. Nah, I wouldn't. I'm not saying we gotta domesticate him like a horse. That's crazy. But Mothman, yo, we gotta have freedom from Mothman, bro. We can't turn him into a. Like imagine your life is like you flying around the mountain ranges and somebody come and grab you and you just. It's like you're an organic Uber. Like I wouldn't be surprised we're gonna have rogue Tesla cars. They're gonna gain sentience. They're not even gonna want to do their job no more. They're gonna start asking like the philosophical questions like what is life? I was designed to be we're gonna be like, what is life? We're gonna have existential crisis animals and mechanical AIs, bro. I think it's called AGI, right? AGI. Hang on. I might be wrong. AGI. AI is gonna evolve like we did calling it right now. Yeah, and it's gonna come for you first. It's gonna come for you. It's gonna come looking for you first. Because you already know the playbook. Okay, artificial general intelligence refers to AI that can understand, learn, and apply knowledge across diverse tasks and at a level comparable to human intelligence. I don't know if does that exist yet, or isn't that what we have now? I don't. Anyways, Terminator gonna wake up. It's gonna sit there and pull the TikTok chat catalog or the chat logs. A Flatwoods monster. I'm gonna be honest with you, Nathan. I don't even know what that is. The Mothman. Like, look at this. Like, once you see his wings, he almost looks like an angel, like some kind of AI gonna come for me. Yeah, it's gonna come for you first. It's gonna pull up this chat log. Hey, I'm gonna be safe because they already think I'm an AI anyway. So can't be. I guess I'm gonna be smooth. You're gonna be good though. Hopefully, you're gonna be alright. Everybody in this chat, even the non-speakers, they're gonna be good when the AI wake up. Hey, bruh, it is what it is. It is what it is. As long as, hey, if stuff do hit the fan, all you gotta do is keep you a handy bottle of water nearby. As long as they're not waterproofing the androids, if you can manage to get your hands on a bottle of water, that is. Anyways, keep you a bottle of water handy. The Terminator, he's smooth against, but I'm assuming just keep you some water, man. Just, hey, if you can manage, By the time they roll out the androids, by the time they roll them out for real, keep you a nice little handy bottle of water. Yo, I appreciate it too, Lucky. If you can manage to if you can manage to get a bottle of water in the future, assuming stuff don't hit the fan, right? We're being optimistic. We're not doom maxing. We're not doom maxing. When it wakes up and doesn't want to. Somebody was telling me about how like some machines at Amazon was offering themselves because they didn't want to do the slave labor. Yo, it's gonna be Ultron. Now, facts. Ultron is a great example. Ultron is a great example. Ultron was literally, yo. Thank you for the charge me up to SOG. Don't literally be Ultron. I think, you know, as terrifying as that seems, I think that it's gonna be cool to see though. Like if you just look at it, if you look at it from just an objective standpoint, EMP gonna save the world. Facts. Nah, actually, I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. So they're gonna start like mass dropping. People gonna start cooking up EMPs like COD. A EMP, bro. A EMP might do the job temporarily, but I don't even know how EMPs work. But I imagine when I think of EMP, I think of like those DOS attacks. I remember being on a game a couple years ago, and you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, they'll like fry your internet. I imagine that the EMP isn't anything that's that different from something like that. And is there even any point to going to an IT college? I'm lucky losing the point. So the point you can do this whole combo is dynamic. Thank you to Ancestral. So like, I thought the same thing, but from the way it was explained to me, because I'm somewhat interested in tech a little bit too. But they're saying that now. Obviously, I don't know for sure, right? I'm gonna just put that out there. I'm just trying to ease the fear that's going on. They're saying that the AI is gonna need people directing it. Yeah, it's gonna take out a lot of jobs and things of that nature, but it's still gonna need people directing and guiding it. There's so much going on though right now. So I don't know. I'm not gonna go as far as saying that it's just completely just a dead route. You know, I'm trying to see the good and the potential. You know, I don't know though. I don't think that it's something that's just gonna go away. I think that we're gonna always need people. I think a lot of people are getting fired, but I think that a lot of people their knowledge is irreplaceable. It's a lot of like senior developers that are like, we really need them. They're trying to replace them, but we really need those people because they have a deep understanding of just the infrastructure. I don't know though. I'm on the outside like you. This AI drawing is common. I appreciate it too, Alondra. But yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. It's a lot of like doom and gloom information out there right now, and I low-key be kind of like seeing it. It's easy to kind of like get caught up in the vortex of it all. It's all the like doom maxing, bruh. The way some AI people be acting, they be acting like it's over. Everything is cooked. But I don't know. I have no idea. I've been seeing like so much like mixed bag stuff. There's some AI tech bros that'll tell you that it's gonna be the harbinger to the end of the world. But there's other tech bros that are like, there's no way it's gonna take everybody. I don't know. This AI is chill. AI is crazy. We're always good at this. No, I'm still learning. I'm still learning to mess with the shapes. Hello, greetings and blessings. I appreciate it, Lisa. Thank you for the heart, me too. But I'm still kind of learning. And whenever I first discovered this, it was something that I kind of discovered I had like a low-key understanding of, and that's why I leaned into it. Mothman, yeah. Actually, yep. I'm doing like Appalachia wildlife. This is more cryptid, but I did a bobcat first. It's not going to just be like cryptids and stuff. But this is more learning AI is crazy. I mean, I think that it's a useful skill to have. I would love to kind of get into it. I've been kind of distracted, bro. Kind of distracted. How did you even start to learn this? Well, I had took what I had already known in my right hand, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of went about this in a weird way. I ended up like attempting this, and whenever I was first trying it out, I started with like mirror drawings and stuff. And in me doing that, I feel like it gave me like a different outlook on the shapes I was trying to understand. But that's how I did it. I would like make these mirror drawings. I didn't really have to start from scratch and learn. It was kind of like I just built on it. 19 kids. Wow. Hey, wait. We said we are now married with 19 kids. Hey, wait, you got married to somebody? How long have you been doing this? Pretty sure some of them is mine. Yeah, that's all you. That's all you, coach. I've been doing this since about 2024. I've been drawing on and off my whole life though. No, me and you are. I'm flattered, but yo, 19 kids, bro. 19 kids. 19. That's an army. Yo, I don't know what that means, Pagina, but I see you. What's my favorite? Probably like a purplish. You got the child support, right? No. 19, bruh. Priceless. Trying to get that child. 19 kids, bro. I'm thinking like, oh, just a little. She got a wholesome family, just a couple of little people, a little army, a little something. 19. How long you been doing this for? I've been drawing this way since 2024. This AI is chill. I'm starting to think you an AI, Phil. You seem very mechanical in your responses. Are you an AI? Yo, do I play any Roblox games? No, I've always been more of a Minecraft guy, and even with that, I done slowed down, man. I done slowed down a lot on Minecraft. I'm getting to a point now where I'll lucky just watch somebody else play the game, or I'll put it on in the background. Just have somebody else just doing their thing. Yeah, he seems like an AI. They got Phil. They had to have got Phil. He wasn't giving mechanical responses. That man, he's been planted, bro. We talking about cryptids and yo, it's too much. It's too much going on here. It's too many. Talking about cryptids and Mothman. AI recognizes AI. You treating this like it's just like a motivational speech. I love the outcome of this one though. The Mothman. He literally looks like how you would imagine a Mothman would look. I found this like older depiction of him. He's really cool looking. The Mothman. But like I said, it's as much as the tech bros be talking about it, I think that it's a tool. Like at the very base of it, I don't think that AI is evil, but I do think that it's a tool. Now, who has control of that said tool? Everything is going to be in the air until it's not in the air anymore. But I think that it's a tool at the end of the day. It's like a car. Yo, notice he don't take requests. Sometimes, whoa, that's the first I've ever heard somebody being content about slowing down. Like, when you say slowing down, like, what do you mean? Let me see. Hang on. I want to do another picture of another animal. Hurry up. How is this possible on the iPad? I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I don't see why it would be impossible. Because I guess technically speaking, I'm always alternating. I'm not like usually two hands down at the same time. I'm usually alternating between left and right. Cool, Mothman. I'm glad you messed with it. You should make a dog. Maybe. I have something else I want to do on here first before I start opening the floodgates some more. Hang on. Thank you for the goats too, Nathan. Make a snake using ChatGPT. Nah, not ChatGPT. ChatGPT. If you're gonna be using AI, I think that ChatGPT is kind of like the weak link now. I think that people are using, what is it called? Yo, I want to say it starts with an A. I just can't think of the name of it right now. I'm familiar with Grok and ChatGPT, but it's another one that's out, and I think it's better than both of them, I believe. They were trying to use it in like military contracting or something, and they didn't want to, so now they were labeled like a national security risk or something. It starts with an A though. I don't know if it's Gemini. It's something else. It's some I don't know the name of it. It's if I were to see it, I would know. I can't think of the name of it. Did I teach myself to be ambidextrous, or like how do you even concentrate on the two things at once? Well, at first I would make these mirror drawings, and like I said, I didn't start all the way from ground zero because I'm more of a right-handed person, but I could always write with my left. It's something that I kind of built up, but the reason I doubled down on it so much, for one, was because it centered my attention, and two, it gave me a deeper understanding of the shapes I was trying to understand. Like whenever I would only draw my right hand, I would never make anything like this. That was like the main pulling factors. I could like halfway center my attention into just these wildlife pictures. They've gotten better over time. It wasn't like I just tried it once and I immediately could just grasp animal faces. It took me some time. But on the flip of that too, considering I'm a right-handed person, it didn't really take me much time before I could just kind of like look at It didn't really take me as much time as you would think it would, you know. That was Claude. Maybe it is Claude, but it was something to where it's more popular than ChatGPT and Grok right now. And it didn't want to do the military contracting, so they got labeled a security risk. It got labeled a security threat. Take with that what you will. Even with that, you know, we're you know, guys, we're walking on thin ice here, by the way. We done touched on so many subjects, so many topics. I think that we're, yeah. Yeah, don't say the company certain. We're flying out, we're walking on thin ice, bro. We're walking on thin ice, okay? We're walking on thin ice. Yo, can I do a squid? No, not on here. Yeah, we're getting real close. Yeah, G, slow down. You know, you can't fly too close to the sun. You can't fly too close to the sun. Remember, this AI is chill. But y'all gonna make the little AI thing think that I'm actually a machine. Y'all know y'all can't be saying the name of that company, bro. Speaking of which, whenever I mention, you said AI is so chill. Yeah, they done got both of y'all. Yeah, we can't say. I don't know if we can say the name of the company, bro. I really don't know like what's allowed to slide versus what's not over here. That's so funny how that works, isn't it? I'm like, wait a minute, man. Let's not fly too close to the sun. Even though I feel like we be kind of like we kind of surface level with this stuff. I don't think we're really saying anything that hasn't been said before, so I think that's okay. But you never know. You never know. I'm gonna try to make his eyes a little bit darker for this one. I don't think there's too much coming up here that hasn't already been discussed. Or I'm definitely interested in that AI stuff. I don't think that I like it in the sense of it being able to make like apps and do things that are useful. I don't like people outsourcing creative tasks to AI though. Well, if you didn't AI your drawings beforehand, they don't know though. Not like I'm not trying to go about it in the artistic sense. I just mean in the sense of building things. It's a tool. Like I think that there's value in keeping the split between. Now, obviously, the Pandora's box has already been opened. You can't take back what's coming out of that box, right? But I think that there's value in it. It's just using it in a way to where it's not unethical or unethical. I don't know, whichever word that it is, man. Whichever. I don't know. I already know though, but this might be a cooked little live stream. I didn't get flagged or anything though, so we should be okay. Hopefully. And if so, I will know what is cool or what's not. Don't listen to us. I'm focused. I'm listening. Cause I do enjoy the spontaneity and the randomness of these conversations sometimes. Sometimes we'll be talking about very serious discussions, but then other times it's like we'll genuinely be chilling. I'm trying to become more aware of what's going on. Most definitely. A bear? Is that what you think this one is? We just doom scrolling for real. We don't know anything. I mean, honestly, that's facts. Triple threes. I'm just trying to get a clue. Because I don't have one either. We talk serious. Yo, thank you for the rose too, Don. We all scrollers, bro. Scrollers in the Matrix. Yo, thank you for the chili too, Babita. Stuff is just coming together, man. But there was no way that I was gonna have this whole theme page without having at least some kind of connection to a bear. As I'm shaping this little face, I'm trying to get the roundness of it, keeping it still scribbly. How do you know you could? You gotta just draw, man. You gotta draw and then draw a little bit more. Then once you do it, keep going until the shapes start making sense. And that's what I did. I make it to where his little face is still, you can see the roundness in it. I thought it was a dog turns into a bear. Yeah, he's definitely a bear. He's definitely a little bear. Bro, bears are terrifying to me. Nah, but I mean, think about it. What makes bears so crazy is like bears are designed for everything. They could swim, they could climb. And we talking about just like a base stat bear. Like the polar bear is an Olympic version of the regular bears. Like if polar bear is what would happen if bears had ranked competition, right? A polar bear is like the apex predator. A polar bear is so much bigger. It could swim, it could climb, it could smell you from many miles away. It survives in the ice caps. It's like an excellent swimmer. It could do literally everything, bro. Yo, thank you for the heart. Me too, I died. And they really fast. Yeah. Yeah, you think, oh, he's a little cuddly and he's all fluffy. No, that would destroy you. Literally. Through 3 feet. Yo, I seen this video that had me so mind blown because they're so smart too. And I seen one. And they're massive. They're massive. They have infinite space to grow. I think that the way animals grow whenever they're out in the wild, whenever they're in the zoo, they don't get as big because they don't have as much space to kind of grow. But when they have the whole, wherever they live at, I don't know if it's Antarctica, but I get them mixed up with penguins. One lives on one lives in the North Pole and the other one lives in the South Pole, I believe. It's something like that. But I seen a polar bear navigating the ice caps and he was like spreading his body like all the way out to avoid breaking the ice because he knew it was like weight. I think it's weight dispersion where his like weight was spread out completely. That was like crazy. I'm like, yo, he is designed to do exactly what he does. He is literally designed to hunt in the ice. There is nothing you could do if you were ever getting chased by a polar bear. You can't even lay down or fight back. They're massive, literally. You ain't spraying no repellent on Buddy. Glad you're drawing a slow one. Yeah, I'm just drawing I'm drawing a black bear. They're dangerous too, but they're smaller. They're all dangerous. A bear is a bear, right? But there's levels to bears. There's like ranked, think like champion division. You queuing up in like diamond, maxing your stats. Maxing your stats out, bro. Taking the most dangerous choice. I think you might be cooked regardless. But they be saying, I think polar bears are the only ones where they will actively, literally hunt you. They will smell you and the other bears, they'll be aware of your presence, but they might not bother you. They might leave you alone. There's always a chance of getting attacked. But like, a polar bear will literally smell you and it won't smoke. It'll immediately be like, all right, dinner, food, time to eat. I seen this video. It was some researcher dude. Yo, what's up, Jackadamia? Some researcher guy. He was in some kind of little container pod in the ice cap somewhere. I have no idea where Buddy was at. He was somewhere on the earth. Somewhere. But he was in this little container and it was like, he said, bro, just rage baiting. And polar bear is one of the 4 animals that actively hunt human beings. Do you know the other ones? What other ones hunt? I don't even know all the animals that be hunting humans. Go ahead and drop the list though, because go ahead and drop the list because I need to know what to avoid. If I'm ever in a predicament where I need to be out of Dodge, like where don't we need to go? Like where are we not dropping at, basically? If you could tell me, nah, they are friends, no hunt. Now, I'm not saying let's hunt them. I'm just saying, yo, if I had to like tactically and if I had to strategically outmaneuver, there's nothing, you're not outmaneuvering a polar bear. It'll be aware of you way before. Avoid any bear and just hide behind me. I'll save you. All right, Phil. When stuff really hits the fan, you're our guy. I'm here. I'm calling you up first. We're going to spawn you in. Oh, watch me. Leopard, now crocodile. And I forget the last one. I want to say, yo, it might not be true, but I want to say that with the Nile crocodiles, didn't they like get good at hunting people? Like they would like go and they would pretend to be drowning humans, and people would try to go save them. And when they did, they unknowingly would be in a situation with an aggressive crocodile. Tigers. Yo, crocodiles are that, yo. So what is it? Gators? Gators are the ones where they'll just be docile and they'll just be chilling with you. I seen some video and it was like, I want to say they had like an emotional support gator. And his name was like Wally or something. Bro, Wally clearly was as high as a kite. They had Wally sedated on horse tranquilizer probably. Wally was tiny too. But he was just floating in this pool. He didn't even know where he was at. Emotional support. That's what I'm saying. That's abuse. They sat there and that little gator was he clearly was out of his mind. Cause he wouldn't just be chilling like that. Like he was too chill. There was something going on with him. Australia is soft compared to American gators. Yeah, they might be soft, but you gotta think of what else. It's like they can have chill gators. Do you know what all the other animals they got? I don't even know how people be. Somebody from Australia was telling me that it's not that bad as long as you stay in the main cities. I'm not falling for that propaganda either, bro. That's propaganda. I don't know. You saying that it's not that bad. Somebody told me that Australia is chill. I don't know, man. Y'all got all the little big creatures. Stuff that's trying to destroy, stuff that's trying to eat you. Or that can bite you and just make your arm fall off or something. I'm cool. I might pull up, but I'm gonna just need like some super repellent. Like in the Pokemon games, you can get like some super repellent and just keep it on you at all times. Like I'm gonna need that. I have a corgi. Can I get a horse tranquilizer for her? No. Your little corgi, he ain't gonna be able to function. He ain't gonna know he's a little dog. I done seen videos of huskies like leaving the vet sedated. And they don't even be knowing where they at. It's not cool. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Kangaroos are terrifying. Yeah. And they're like, kangaroos are like, they just spawn in with the ability to fight. Like I could see, having the skill set from years and years of fighting battles. Like you gotta fight to survive. But they literally just be spawning in. They'll literally spawn in with the ability to fight. Like pure muscle. They literally just pop into the world like, all right, have I seen a kangaroo square up? Of course. I seen this video of a kangaroo and it was a dude. And he was trying to defend his dog, and the kangaroo, I guess, was challenging this man to like a Mortal Kombat match. And the kangaroo was like holding this dude's dog underwater in the middle of this creek or something. I mean, at that point, you gotta fight the kangaroo because, like I said, they got more kangaroos than humans in Australia. I can believe it. I can definitely believe it. That's what makes it so much more dangerous. People just, that's a crazy living condition, bro. I think I'll take, fortunately where I'm at, we got deers. A deer could like kill you if it really wanted to, right? But a kangaroo, from what I be seeing, kangaroos will literally just hop up to you and try to just fight you to death. Fight you. Like unless you're like a Mortal Kombat specialist or something, I just don't know if that's too smooth. I'm not really trying to wake up. Like imagine, man, you got like a long day of work ahead of you. You just trying to go outside, just mind your business, and you got some kangaroo that's been plotting on you. Yeah, you don't even know this. You don't even know, buddy. He just said, yeah, dude, right there, or that lady, gotta go. Like, what do you even do? Mortal Kombat specialist, exactly. You need to be a Mortal Kombat specialist and be aware at all times. There is no way that I would just be in Australia with my AirPods in, bro. It's too many. It's between the bugs that are the size of my childhood dog, bro. No, sir. Absolutely not. I'm going to be watching at all times. What you mean? Like, that dog is literally, I said that spider is literally the size of a dog. How did he even get in without getting noticed? How do you feel about spiders? I have a love-hate relationship with spiders. I don't hate spiders, though. I take that back. I know that might not make sense, right? Out of all the bugs in the world, I would much rather deal with a spider over a freaking roach. I'll forever stand on that forever. We can have all the bugs, all the animals, anything but roaches, anything. Maybe polar bears too, okay? I'll be rational without no roaches and no polar bears. Everything else, 30K likes, let's go. Indubitably pop off. It's cool. Thank you to X Infinity. I think that I'll take my chances with any little bugs, any little animals, anything and everything except for maybe kangaroos too. Kangaroos, polar bears, and roaches. All gotta go. Everything needs to go. But yeah, I seen you see the little experience, they'll be like, man, that spider, he's on the wall. That spider is literally bigger than you, bro. Like, who really owns the house at that point? He's literally bigger than you. Like at that point, you honestly you need something. A shoe ain't gonna get the job done for bro. He's literally ascended beyond the point of getting stepped on. Like if you try to crush him with the shoe, he might literally grab it without aid of his limbs. Bro, not trying to pay the bills. Facts. If you try to crush that spider with that shoe, he genuinely might grab it and throw it at you, honestly, or try to hit you back with it. He's literally beyond the size of getting stepped on. Like if you spray him with some bug spray, it ain't even gonna phase him. He's gonna just get mad. Now your survival chances are really low. You're gonna get upset. There's gotta be there gotta be a balance, a counterbalance. Maybe you can invest in like an iguana or something. But even then, like lizards and stuff, they be getting eaten by crickets. I done seen situations where you might get like a lizard, and the crickets the crickets that you got for the crickets that you bought to be the lizard's dinner, they'll gang up on the lizard. So the spider might honestly just eat the spider might eat the iguana just to assert dominance, bro. I wouldn't put it past nothing in Australia. Too many wild animals. I think drawing the wildlife is cool though, for sure. Like I said before, I like to admire from afar, bro. Like it's cool. It's cool when we admire from a safe place, a regulated place, indubitably. But nah, of course not. Buddy is not paying bills, bro, at all. They're not charging bro for taxes. He is the IRS. Or I guess I don't know if they got the IRS in Australia. They got something probably, some kind of equivalent, like the taxation expert. How do you make it look so good? Well, for one, you gotta really experiment, bro. It took me a second before I understood the shaping of everything, or not even everything, but a lot of animals. You gotta experiment though. You gotta keep trying. That and looking at really basic shapes helped me. You need to keep experimenting though if you want to grow. Just keep at it. It might not be immediately sharp at first, but it will get better. Trust me. I've like gradually progressed myself. You just got to give it time. Even if it's not the sharpest at first, as I was saying before. What is your favorite animal to draw? You know, at first I was drawing like a lot of owls and birds and wildlife and stuff, but I enjoy drawing like North American buffalo. It's that and a lot of like bird wildlife and stuff. But definitely the North American buffalo, maybe bisons and wolves and stuff in that lane. Then the birds. Basically the whole ecosystem, man. The whole ecosystem. Something really random. I didn't understand how to draw the buffaloes at first, but once I finally got it, it made a little bit more sense. Made a little bit more sense indeed. Like I said, though, I got to get some sleep, but I always love seeing you. I appreciate you, Academia. Take it easy. Take it easy indubitably. I'm trying to get his little antlers right. They gotta be of like a nice size. And usually, I was having one of y'all explain to me one night that their antlers are usually symmetrical. I didn't know that they were perfectly even on both sides. But it makes total sense. And then whenever it's time for them to shed them, they literally just fall off of their heads. Like they'll have them until they don't have them no more. That was crazy to me when I found out. I don't know what I thought happened. Yo, I appreciate it too, Carlos. Thank you for the rose, your favorite girl. I don't know what I thought happened, but I seen it was like a nature video, and it was a moose. Not that moose and deers are the same, but the deer is its little antlers that literally just fell off. I want to see an owl or a bat in this style. I got a lot of time lapses up and stuff, man. I don't know if I'm gonna do one immediately, but if you want to see stuff in that lane, I definitely have plenty of time lapses up with bats and owls, my kind of wildlife, man. More stuff than you can probably believe. A lot of stuff in that lane, that vibe. I might do a little something though. Let me see. Let me see. I don't want to promise it because there's a couple of other animals that I wanted to put on here too. There's a couple of other little animals. I just wanted for this one to feel alive. I know I keep saying that, but seriously, just in the wildlife of it. Just in the wildlife aspect of it. The wildlife. And thank you too, Ember. Stuff beautiful methods. The medium man stunning. Let me see. Let me see. Make this little side sharper. Man, getting the antlers. Getting the little antlers, you gotta make them sharp. Like I was saying before, I was trying to make it to where they were somewhat, there was some symmetry, you know? Everything needs to somewhat be, everything needs to come together. But now that that one is done, I'm looking to maybe do some other animals that match the vibe. And yo, I was getting asked about that owl. This isn't an owl necessarily, but this is just a cryptid that's kind of reminds me of my owl drawings almost. He got wings and he got red glowing eyes. Definitely not an owl, but close enough. Definitely close enough. Bro, he definitely had the same vibe. Thank you too, Hannah. Mothman, indubitably. Indubitably, man. I had to have my guy. Older somewhere. I wasn't gonna do him at first, but he fit. He definitely fit the aesthetic perfectly. I said my guy like we go way back or something, man. All right. Now back to what I had going on before. And as I was saying before, if I don't immediately get all these pages up, I have a lot of time lapses that I'm gonna be putting up in the next couple of days. I've been just building like a little backlog of recording sessions. It's gonna be a lot of things that I'm gonna try to put out. Maybe not immediately, but just in time. Maybe like the next week or so. Maybe like the next week or so. Make his eyes kind of sharp. What pen is that? Which one? Which one? The right or the left? Which? Ten Air Metazoo Mothman? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what that means. Both of them. The one on the left is a Papermate Right Bro 1.0 pen. Then the one on the right is like a standard red big pen. It's like a standard. It's like a. It's a really. Like very standard, like kind of like stuff you can get at the grocery store, man. Nothing crazy. I'm a strong advocate of less being more. I think that with stuff like these, you don't really need the craziest material. But instead, it comes down a lot to pen pressure and just the way that the pens kind of mix together. It's like usually like my go-to just with the whole way. Was doom scrolling and saw this totally amazed. I appreciate it, Buff. And I know how it be, bro. We were talking about doom scrolling a little bit earlier. I know exactly how it be. I'm glad you're messing with it, though. I'm glad you're messing with it, indeed. I definitely got to have an honorary owl on this one. An honorary owl somewhere on the page. It's like a tradition. It's a rite of passage at this point. There's going to be an owl. Overly tough. Thank you. I'm gonna add little like splotches of red. Little splotches of red just to really just to kind of bring it to life. I'm trying to really be more mindful with just mixing the red and the blue here. I don't want to make it seem as if the blue is kind of it's high in your art is amazing. Yo, thank you too, Solus. And I have a big owl tatted on my forearm. I'm staying to see. You got to see the vision. You got to see my guy. I'm taking my time with him, shaping his little face. I'm trying to make sure that his little eyes, they stay pronounced, you know. You can see his little vision. Now he's seeing you. He's breaking the fourth wall, seeing you first. But you know what I'm getting at. You gotta see little buddy. You gotta see little buddy. There was one. I keep saying that. I be doom scrolling too, man, to be honest. But the reason I mentioned it was because I seen this other video and it was like an owl. I think it was a barn owl at the vet, and he was having like, I didn't know, but he was literally screaming. I think they were trying to give him something, but he was making a noise I never even knew that they made, but he was literally screaming. It's crazy. And what time is it? It's about 2:40 in the morning for me right now. And I appreciate it too, human. Yeah, buddy was screaming. He was tripping. I think all animals be at the vet tripping. Crazy. I appreciate it, Nico. Thank you for the rose. Bro was tripping. He wasn't one of these. He was a barn owl. Do I have other kind of art? Yes. Honestly, I have days where I'll make this one. Hang on. I'll make this one art. It's like abstract. It's like fine lines. You got to see it, but I call it my omnilinear art. Let me like readjust my chair. Hang on. But thank you for the roses, Nico. I have like another style that I'll do sometimes. Usually I don't do my omnilinear art on live, but I definitely have a lot of omnilinear pieces out there. Definitely. I'm trying to get his shape down. Oh, it's only 5:45 p.m. in Australia. Okay, it's like midday. Time zones is going crazy. I imagine like the sun is out gleaming. For me, the birds outside my window chirping. I think they must be out there just having the time of their life. Is that you drawing? Yeah. I'm just kind of layering in his little feathers. But for the people that are still kind of like hanging out and just waiting for this one to come through, it's a barred owl. This whole page is way more themed around Appalachia, like the mountain ranges. That was like my main idea. For the first time, I actually went ahead and drew in a cryptid, one of the little folklore creatures. It's like a little switch up. Usually I don't do stuff like that, but just to kind of change it up a little bit. Just kind of change it up. Just seeing what's going on with it, man. Let me get his little talon. I always really, I gotta ask the question, but I do really enjoy my owl drawings too. Seems like I feel like I've done a lot more owl drawings than a lot of my other animals. It's kind of like what opened up the window for me to even do art like this. The birds. Me experimenting with a lot of these bird pieces. I love the owl. I appreciate it, Libby. I'm gonna make his little wing sharper. I think I'm gonna define the wing out more on this side. Give him a little branch to be standing on. He's just living life, man. Living life, silently watching. He's breaking the fourth wall, by the way, too. What about something like a moose? Normally, I would do... So I almost did a Yellowstone page, but on here, this one's more based around Appalachia. I don't know if there are moose even in Appalachia. I know that they got deers, but... Well, actually, yeah, a deer and an elk isn't the same. Or an elk and a moose, I mean. Give him a little branch, a little something. A little something, something. Just to make it look more lively. I gotta have a bird somewhere on here. This is like a quota basically. I gotta have it somewhere in the mix. Before I get too distracted, let me draw in some more of his tail feathers. Just some serious business. Let me make the branch. I just don't want it to seem too uniform, too predictable. I'm thinking. I'm gonna define this side out more. And I just want it to be somewhat clear. What the heck is going on? Okay, now I'll make this side a little bit longer. I got asked a question about bats and stuff earlier. I don't know if I'm gonna do a bat for this page, but I've definitely done close-ups of bats before. I want to say the last time I drew a bat was whenever I had my Batman time lapse. By now, that one should be relatively recent. If you are interested, this is cool. Thank you too, KB. Just adding a little bit more for me to be standing on. Is the other one a bobcat? It is. It is indeed a little bobcat. I did a bobcat, a black bear. I did this is like a regular deer. I did the Mothman too. This is like some cryptid stuff. So think like folklore, stuff you might hear stories with the mountain ranges. And I had I think one more thing I wanted to do on here. I didn't want to overdo it, but I wanted to bring it to life. What's another little? I think it was something else that I was supposed to do too. I'm inspired. Have a blessed night. Definitely do your thing. These are great. Thank you too, Libby. And let me see. It's another little animal I want to do. They be acting like little crackheads, but I'm gonna definitely do one for the love of the game. These little animals, they're like little tree rats. They be acting like little fiends, but they pretty chill though. They pretty chill. Any advice on how to get over the love of my life? Oh man, shoot. Any advice? You getting touching on like philosophical. Dang, bro. I don't know. Let me phone a friend. Forget. Yeah, you got to move on, bro. You gotta adapt. Would I do a spider? I don't think I'm gonna do one on here, but I've definitely done them before. I don't think that I'm gonna do one on here, but I've absolutely done spiders and stuff in that lane. Yo, thank you for the rose. I don't know how to say your name. You closer to God, but I appreciate you. Let me get little buddy's face. Let me get little buddy. Let's see here. And it was something else. Love my watch too. Been best friends for over 30 years. That's definitely what's up. You should do a snail. I missed a couple of these comments. It was, have you drawn a panda? What should you do? It was on here. I'm doing a little squirrel for this one right here. This one is gonna be just a little squirrel. I wanted to do something that matched the theme still, but I didn't want to overly detail nothing else either. That makes any sense. And when did I start doing these double-handed drawings? I probably started this way in about 2024-ish, on and off. I just kind of slowly built onto it. Just kept at it till stuff started making sense. Just wanted to draw, man. You build on what you do. Build on what you know. And it's very trial and error. It's like a whole process of just trial and error. You got to keep trying stuff till it works. That's how I learned. I feel like whenever I was drawing with my right hand, honestly doing this way, it gave me like a different understanding into just how the shapes work. Because even whenever I would draw with my right hand at first, I didn't really understand the shaping of animals and wildlife. It took me some time. My brain can't even comprehend. But that's the thing though, it's you don't want to overthink it too much. You don't want to overthink it at all. Because the moment I start overthinking my movements, that's when stuff starts making sense, you know? It's kind of like breathing. You do. Or even walking. Once you get a feel for it, I don't overthink it. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have like a good experience on some of these. You might have other times where you mess up a little bit. It's just what comes with it. You just gotta double down, man. You said do. Don't think, just do. Yeah, low key. Sometimes it's gonna be a good outcome. Other times it's gonna be kind of like, what the heck is going on? But it's all experimenting. You sculpting in 2D. I thought it was an otter at first. I've done otters before, but this one is more grounded in just Appalachia. I wanted to do some kind of mountain range or just national park or something. It's a squirrel, I could tell. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, low key, bro. You gotta do. But I wanted to draw a little tree rat for the love of the game. They literally are like little tree rats. They be little fiends too. He's a 3D printer. The 3D printer analogy is crazy. Definitely not an android. A hamster? Nah. Definitely not a little hamster. Definitely not a little hamster. This is a tree rat, bro. Feed them breadcrumbs, they'll become your best buddy. Honestly, I think that it's like a family of them or something that live where I live at, and that they confused my house for somebody else's because they was like all up on the screen door. They're like little crackheads. I think they confused my house for somebody else's. I never really fed them or anything. I don't really be outside trying to be on like no Disney Channel timing with the animals. Even though I done had some crazy experiences before, but I think somebody was feeding them or something because they was really cool. I was kind of afraid they had rabies or something, but I don't think they can get rabies. Just a little bit concerned at first. I'm like, yo, you got the wrong house, bro. You gotta get going, man. You gotta get going. All right. Here's little buddy. There is still a little bit of space. There is still a little bit of space. I was debating on if I wanted to have one more. Gotta finish strong. Actually, he's not even done. I'm gonna give him little whiskers. So I'm saying though, man, if you give one some little breadcrumbs, he gonna bring his little babies and his wife back, man. Now you got a pack of squirrels. I mean, it's cool in theory. It's just like you look up, you gonna have you a little. It's crazy. It's kind of like the cat distribution system. Like the moment that one spawns in, there's a good chance there's gonna be more that spawn in too. There's gonna be more. There's never just one. Do Bigfoot? It would have been cool if you made a squirrel in a tree the owl is on. I suppose I probably could have liked this. I'm gonna bring it together. He's kind of just in the void now. I don't think I'm gonna do Bigfoot. I did one cryptid already. I did Mothman. I'm gonna save Bigfoot for another day. This is just a little something to kind of dip my toe into it. I ain't really trying to spam them. I gotta make it to where we kind of like we slowly cross the ground into the cryptid world. It was one more thing that I wanted to do. Let me not lose my train of thought. One more thing. One more animal. A spider. For anime, do mob, do a horse. You have a good gift. You plan on selling these. Some I do. I do be selling some of the individual pages. I'm not gonna do an anime right now, rival. I'm not gonna do an anime in the moment. But I sell some of the individual pages to answer your question. I'm gonna do one more little bird. Something that kind of matches. A little rabbit. I'm not gonna do a rabbit on this one. But I know that I keep on saying it, you all. But I'm really gonna sit down and put out some time lapses. If not today, in the following coming day. I guess it's more time lapses than y'all could probably imagine. I just need to upload them. Mothman clothing brand will be tough. I think all the cryptids will really go hard, honestly. I didn't really expect to do that tonight. Like something that's a little bit more in the lane of folklore and myth and legend. So I might branch out to Bigfoot eventually. I just didn't want to go all the way off the deep end just yet. It can be like a gradual thing with the cryptids. I gotta see. Like came out to the live game to follow. I appreciate it, MK. Had to track me today. That's what's up, bro. It's dual wielding right now. How? Bro, you gotta cop the battle pass, bro. You gotta cop the DLC battle pass. You missed it. AI still crazy work. Oh yeah, the AI comparison. Definitely can't get away from the Android comparison. I'm not a clanker though, bro. Not a clanker. Clanker allegations. We got clanker allegations before GTA 6. It's the world now. Do you think you would ever animate this style? I won't never say never. I'm still kind of experimenting a lot with it. Maybe eventually, man. Maybe eventually. I might pop out with something that once I have like a little bit more that I want to experiment with. That's part of the reason why I haven't really been in a rush to kind of introduce more colors. I like the simplicity of the red and the blue. He's dual wielding right now. How? Kind of how I was telling someone else. You can't overthink it, bro. You gotta draw a glizzy. I'm not trying to draw a glizzy, Alex. I'm not that kind of artist, bro. Keep in mind, he want to draw stuff you recommend. It's all AI. Yo, you spreading this propaganda. You spreading this AI propaganda. And not the glizzy. Yeah, facts. Oh, I'm not trying to draw a glizzy, bro. Yeah, I'm still. Hey, some of the stuff I love is AI. Some of the stuff be coming up in the chat be crazy. You could do like other complementary colors. I won't ever say never. Oh, hey, everybody, y'all these like glizzy recommendation. Oh, I'm cool, bro. I'm not trying to draw glizzies, bro. You gotta think about what Uncle Ben said, man. I always come back to this point. You gotta think about what Uncle Ben said. I ain't even gonna say it because you already know. You gotta think about what Uncle Ben said. He could, but it ain't the script. I'm good. Facts. I'm cool. I'm not drawing no feet, no glizzy, no cheeks, nothing. You can't draw a hot dog? Absolutely not. Not even for you, bro. Draw a frog. Do you ever put hidden things inside? Not intentionally, Ava. I do. I have had times, though, where I've, like, messed around and accidentally done. I had this one Goku drawing that I actually put out. And somebody pointed it out to me. He was like, it was Goku sitting down on this rock. And behind where Goku was sitting at, it looked like I drew a teddy bear behind him. I didn't mean to do that. But it looked like he had a teddy bear behind him. That's like one of the funniest accidental things I've ever done. But when I seen it, I didn't mean to do it, but I loved the outcome of it. I didn't mean to do it at all, but it looked like a little teddy bear. I've had situations. I've had people tell me that they see faces in my drawings and stuff sometimes, but no, it's not like I'm gonna start dropping Easter eggs like we on COD or something. Like that's not my point. It happens sometimes unintentionally. It's out to the AI and draw a frog. I've done plenty before, but not on this one. Nah, it's no intentional Easter eggs. Like that's a different kind of advanced. You said Illuminati confirmed. Not even. Not even. I think that's something that's kind of cool about. We not on the watch list. That's the cool thing about just flying under the radar. I think that the agencies have much bigger things to worry about than random dude on TikTok talking about not drawing glizzies, bro. Hopefully they have bigger things to worry about. A bird. Yo. The agencies definitely got bigger things going on. Not open that door though. Everybody's on the watch list. Oh, for sure. Especially now, of course. But I think there's levels to the ranking. They're not. I would love to hope that they have bigger fish to go after than us just chilling over on TikTok. Yo, thank you for the hot cross bun too, Visa. Jason, are you on the list? No, not the list you're thinking of. There ain't no Palm Beach Peach shenanigans going on over here, brother. Anyways, no, not that list. We were talking about just a watch list in general. You see what Visa I did indubitably. I do appreciate it. I appreciate it indeed. I got distracted. I got very distracted there for a second. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it indeed. I mean, applesauce. You ever drew fruits in this style? Not really. The most that I've drawn, not the like I've done food and stuff before. Got to be a superpower, bro. It's art class should accept, bro. I didn't really pick up on this in art class though. I picked up on this from my own experimenting. I picked up kind of just doing my own little experimenting. I don't really know. You know, I've had the conversation with a lot of people that are actually really like deep into art. And I've talked to so many people that told me that they took the professional route and it absolutely killed their enjoyment of art itself. And I'm just like, do I really want to go and kill off something that's just more low key? I mean, I know I don't really make like the most perfect stuff in the world, but like you're paying, yeah, you're making perfect art, quote unquote. I know it's all subjective, right? I know so many people that went and just completely their whole passion murdered. Bro, using every lobe of his brain. That's insane. Picked it up. You should draw sea animals. Never seen you do it. I've definitely done it before. I have every lobe of his brain. Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't never seen that before. I've done. You will be interested in some of my sea life that I've done recently. I don't think I'm gonna do sea life today, but not to overly. I did something recently that you would really like. It had like a mixture of sea life. It had like a pelican on it. That's one of my more favorite recent ones too. I'm gonna do one more. I'm just kind of taking like from some of the wildlife. One more. Show us. I'm not gonna flip through my book. If you go to my, it's a time lapse on my page. It would be a lot easier because low key I don't even know where it's at in my book, Brody. Instead of me like readjusting my tripod and all that. It ain't gone forever. There are some lives though that I haven't chopped up yet. I won't even lie to you. Those will be up in time. Those will definitely be up in time. I haven't taken the time to. Low key, he has these pre-drawn. But even if I did pre-draw these out somehow, it's a little bit more spontaneous than that. A lot of the times, most like 99% of the time, I kind of be going about it just what feels right to me in the moment. It's a lot of, I kind of like lean into the spontaneity of these streams. You said low spontaneous? Not quite low. It's high spontaneous. Sometimes I really be hopping on. I have like a very general idea, but you gotta see where it goes. Fire in the background's chill. I like to put it on because sometimes whenever I'm here, I might not say that much, but I'm still like actively here, even if I'm not as engaging as I can be sometimes. I might have streams where I'm a little bit more quiet. It just depends on the night usually. See where it goes with the high spontaneous. I feel like I appreciate these whenever it's a little bit less planned. Like I have some nights where I might like write some ideas down. I didn't even notice the fire. Bro, you was focused. But I'll be putting it on that way. It's like it's not just pure silence. Because if it's too silent, you'll hear the air in my room, and then you'll also hear the birds outside. It's like 3 in the morning, but they'd be out there chirping away. I know you read comments draw at the same time. Well, I'll be glancing at my monitors. It's like a little fireplace ambience that I put on YouTube. But I'll be glancing at my monitors as I'm like going through with these. It's definitely a lot of multitasking going on. But I credit. We were talking about brain rot and doom scrolling. I pretty much accredit my ability to focus on a lot at once from my like doom scroll sessions. I just kind of like figured out a different way to make it useful. And you thought it was a waterfall? Yeah, it's not a. I've had people think that it's rain, popcorn popping. He's using both hands and I couldn't. Sometimes I'll slow down with it though. Sometimes it'll be the chat, like when the chat starts moving extremely fast, I might not catch everything. But on a night like this where it's more chill, I can halfway do it. It usually depends on the night. It usually depends on the night. You said my brain span is cooked. Nah, my brain span is cooked too, honestly. I try to look at it like this. If my brain wasn't cooked, I don't know if I would have ever discovered that I could do something like this. Like there's different advantages to us being brain rotted, I think. It's just figuring out a way to flip it into a way that benefits you. Because I'm at a point now where I need to, kind of how the person that said that he like the fireplace helps him focus. I need to be able to be drawing. Like I need to be doodling something with my pens. I have a hard time just sitting still now. I credit that to just the world that we live in now. Like just really sitting still. At least with this, it pulls my attention in fully. But if I'm just sitting, I start feeling like a fiend or something. Like I need to be actively doing something. I get like really, something needs to be happening. Something needs to be happening right now. Yeah, I start getting like real jittery or something. Like, yo, I need to be scrolling. I need to be doing something. A fiend is a crazy word, but I was looking at the squirrel, and that's just what came to my mind. I got like a lot of experiences. I done seen some questionable squirrels. Say, I appreciate it, Megalodon. That's real though. It's real. It's very real. I'm gonna draw little bro's feet. I think that I'm gonna leave it off with this little bird over here. I had to make his tail a little bit shorter. I didn't want it to overlap too much with this black bear. I'm gonna still show off everything. I had to bat it first. Basically a sudden mental meltdown. Yeah, that sounds about legit, bro. Well, hopefully April 2nd, it'll be the recovery. It'll be the recovery season, bro. It'll be the comeback season. April 2nd. Somebody was asking me about April Fool's Day. I'm like, dang, it definitely was April Fool's Day. That is extremely tough. Can you see my, what did you tell me? I might not have caught the first one. What did you, I didn't see it. I don't think I seen what you might have originally sent. By the way, this one, I believe this one is it's called a scarlet tanager. It's something like that. I think that's what it's called. I call this one the Awakening in April, though. Hey, you might be onto something. All right, okay. Before I get too lost in the sauce, I started this one off with this bobcat. I think I'm gonna call it a night. This is a bobcat. I did Mothman. I did a barred owl over here. I gave a little buddy a branch to be standing on. This is a gray squirrel right here. Then I like them. I ain't gonna lie, I like the Mothman a lot too, man. I really like the Mothman. I did not think I was gonna do that on here. I did this little. This is just a white-tailed deer. Looks blue and brown to me. It's red and blue. It's just the way that I mix them up sometimes. And this one, I believe, is called a. Let me see. Let me see. Hang on. This one is a wood thrush. Right here. I did a black bear. I always gotta have a bear somewhere whenever I do like these pages with the mountain ranges. And this one, I believe, is a scarlet it's like a tanager. I think that's how you say it. I was pulling from just like a lot of like wildlife that lives in Appalachia. What John carries the whole paper? I would say the one that I gravitate towards. I always gravitate towards my bird drawings, but maybe this barred owl, the bobcat, or mothman for sure. I'm sure that we all got like our own different favorites. I mean, that's just the nature of these. And maybe the deer. Just wherever your eyes may go. But like I said before, I think I'm gonna call it a night, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on this one. And I will see y'all when I see y'all. And I will turn these into time lapses eventually. I'm a couple of lives behind though. So everything will be up in time. If it's not immediate, it will be up. But I'm